Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the High School Rocketeers Twitch channel for the Fault Line Tournament Day 2, the Gauntlet Series after the group stage games we all witnessed yesterday. That was a cracking bunch of games. Anyway, I am Zappa. Joining me is Sushi, of all people.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
After...
Unexpectedly.
Welcome back. After your phenomenal performance yesterday, I find you casting with me due to you getting knocked out. Sadly, one of your games was on stream. You pulled a Sushi twice. You not only missed an open goal, but also scored an own goal. So how do you feel your performance on stream went?
I think it's the perfect send-off to the uni.
The last thing they see before you go off to compete in higher stake tournaments is you being an
Doing what I
absolute
do.
muppet. Yes. And of course, there was 2 games off of stream that we didn't see, which, if I quickly check the way things went, you 3-0'd Team Tommy at the beginning, but then lost 3-0 to Team Naruto, who we saw win the seeding match, so obviously they're extremely powerful. How did those 2 very different games go for you?
Well, against me, I feel just like dominated, I'd say. We stuff just seemed low, and as the day like kind of progressed, we started to not really feel as we did. Obviously, if you look at the, I mean, Tommy's team to go to game against a team that we got swept them. So Tommy have to game 5 to Naru's team, whereas us we swept. Really just consistencies and own goals from we don't have that.
I would assume the own goals wouldn't help, no. Definitely.
No.
But yes, other than that, coming up very shortly, instead of talking about the past, we can focus on the future. We do have Team Jamsey against Team Turner. Team Jamsey being, of course, Jamsey, Dolphins, and Oscarmeister. Team Turner being Turner. If you had to make any sort of predictions based on what we saw yesterday, Sushi, what are you expecting from the 2 teams coming up shortly?
Well, I sense it to be a very close way through. we're hoping some game 7. As long as they are the most fun thing past. I'm rooting for my boy Cube. You know, he is the he is the sushi placement for us, and I hope he wins it. So I am Team Turner all the way.
Fair enough. I suppose based on just national pride, I will probably be a little bit more biased towards Team Jamsey and Co. However, of course, that all depends on the game we're about to see, which I believe we're not currently in because I was in the lobby and was too busy talking to notice. Terribly sorry. And also, yes, there is a little bit of Robo Sushi going on, as chat has mentioned. There is a few Discord issues on his end. We're trying to fix it in the background while also giving you some prime quality content. However, it's us and HSR, and you know how this stuff usually goes. So, anyway, my opinions on what I saw yesterday. I think obviously Jamsey, Dolphins, and Oscar did very well in their game against Max, beating out 3-2. Again, as your team went. I believe that. I think your team had obviously you and Max, two very strong players, but I think you just didn't get off to the start you were looking to. Game 1 and 2 seemed rather underwhelming from the pair of you, and then obviously later on the own goals didn't help. So after Series 1 where you freed Tommy, were you just not expecting the pressure from Team Jamsey?
We do. They were up. It just yeah, like from the first 2 games, we only had a couple games to warm up a bit. So unfortunately, we didn't get to through of us. We're happy. We were happy with how we played that game, and honestly, in the end, it's all for fun. So
Absolutely. There isn't. Well, actually, I think there might be some prizes given the state of the tournament. However, it's less about bragging rights. Wait, no, it's less about team bragging rights and obviously more based on individual bragging rights. It's the whole symbol of why we have captains, we have drafts, and you're not allowed to pick the team that you previously worked with. So it's just basically a big old brawl of random mishmash teams, and it's just an absolute. Well, I think as we saw from yesterday, it's just an absolute bang out brawl of what we had 2 game 5s and 2 game 4s, and two of them followed a very similar timeline that me and Ejam caught on to. And since then, we've had a few breaks in the chrono time, but other than that, I do believe that we are about ready to start? Question mark.
yeah, we're just for the players to join on the match, and yeah, we'll be to go. I feel like we've gone over this, but any predictions? I know you said you're rooting for Scotland. Do you think they're gonna win?
I mean, looking at how things went, obviously both teams finishing second, so we didn't get to see them face off in the seeding match. Team Turner went 3-2 against Nick, 3-0 against Gibb, losing 3-1 to Ruben, who was definitely a performing team. Jamsey getting 1-3 by Norozu's team, 3-2 against Max, and 3-0 against Tommy. So we can base it on both of these teams. I'm trying to look at if we've got any sort of similar crossover. Jamsey losing 1-3 to Norozu. Turner losing 3-1 to Ruben, and then Ruben getting 3-1. I think, based on the look of things, it might go the way of Team Jamsey, but obviously we've not seen the two teams play, and as we saw a lot of the time based on the games yesterday, it's very much a rock, paper, scissors game, so it's a question of if Jamsey, Dolphins, Oscar versus Turner, Sam, and Stu B are who's the better matchup, who's going to win, who's got the more chemistry, who's warmed up, who is going to take the first series and move on to the semi-finals, as we now have, I believe, all the players in. So I think just maybe looking for
Yep.
a word from us to go, as they've now received. And yes, the players are now loading in. So here we go. I think there's a lot of hype to live up after the series we saw yesterday, so hopefully the stream of good games can continue as Turner beats the kickoff off of Dolphins. Stubby taps towards goal, but Oscar is there for the easy save. Jamsey taking off his own corner. Turner keeping things dangerous, but Oscar against his own teammate of Turner. Two lads of the white side battling off against each other. Oscar now dribbling the ball forward, pops it up for Jamsey, but can't beat out Stubby. He's up quick for the denial. Well, wait for the bounce on the ball. 50 with Dolphins, takes it forward. Sam gets bumped by Oscar. Can he get the second touch into the goal? He can't, but Turner waiting for the penalty kick. Big hit by Jamsey though, and will race Sam back into the defense. So immediately, a very impactful start for both teams. As a shot on goal gets missed from Oscar. Stubby misses the save though. Dolphins is on target, and that is the early lead for Team Jamsey.
Yeah, Jamsey just shotting it to get it to defend. And, all in all, it was team play from Jamsey, positioned by everybody, and Stu got caught on zero boost on the goal line, could not do anything to the save, and that causes Jamsey's team to be one goal, but now two as a kick goal occurs with a double 50, triple 50, and it goes Team Jamsey's way. This is not a start you want to be having for your team, Turner.
Absolutely not. The first 50 between two players, the second 50 between another two, the third 50 between Sam and Jamsey, who was part of the first 50, meaning that Dolphins was there as the free man to just get the open shot on goal. As you say, it's definitely not the start you're looking for, and it could be from bad to worse as Jamsey finds a third. A minute's gone. We've seen minutes gone in previous games with 3 goals, but it's usually 2-1. This is 3 goals for one team, and Team Jamsey is coming out strong in game number 1 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute. It's a score. Expect to see the end of a match. There's 4 minutes left. I really don't know how this is going to go. But if Team Jamsey can keep up this pressure like they have been doing, then, they definitely have the first game in the whole series. In mind, now doing a best of 7. So we'll see how that changes mentality, because I find that playing a best of 7 is just different because of different mentality employed. As I'm talking about mentality, Team Turner showed me that they haven't changed their mentality and are now somewhat in the game.
The pinch off the sidewall from Stubby, I believe, just catching out Oscar Meister just enough, and I think Dolphins was maybe in the back left getting some boost and was unable to get back and get the save. So yes, keeping the good mentality is what you need is now. The 3-goal deficit was a little bit disheartening, but the 2-goal deficit, much easier to work with. As Jamsey pinches it off his own backboard, Dolphins gets that forward, and is that just in again?
Oh, no.
It is! Oscar securing the goal away from his team captain Turner. And once more, the 3-goal deficit repeats as Dolphins getting the underside car flick to get it forward to Oscar, receives the tap in. And it's only been 1 minute 38 seconds, we've already got 5 goals. And I was talking about matching the series games we had yesterday and just having absolute bangers, but things seem to be getting a little bit out of hand here.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed to me teams just have no defense. Apart from a couple saves from Jam's team, but with none actually recorded saves coming up from Turner's team. Probably something they need to look at going forward. Want to have a shot at winning the tournament, but they seem to be holding that well. Be able to, you see Oscar Mark going for the demo, known for that. Absolutely annoying if you come against him, but it works for Team Jam, and Dolphins put in Team Jamsey's 5th goal.
Yeah, again, just an absolute great pass in the midfield from Dolphins and catching out both Sam and Turner. We talk about obviously Stubby holding his own, but the 2 star players you're looking for are the standout MVP of the LAN performance and Team Turner's captain being himself, obviously a standout performer for Team Wake. Both of them getting caught out by the same Dolphins hit. It's a bit of an odd one, but fair enough. We will let it slide as Stubby plays it forward. Sam can't get on the end of it. Jam's getting down with his troubles though, and it's Turner in a 3v2 of his team, but Dolphins keeping the air dribble, keeping it away is now Jamsey popping it forward to his teammate. Gets faked on by Turner. Oscar getting faked off by Sam. It's just a whole lot of fakes in the last few attempted hits of the ball. Now it falls to Jamsey in his own defense. Pops it over to Turner. Can only get it as far as Dolphins, who's styling on them, hasn't got enough boost, and they're both up for it. And Dolphins didn't have enough boost to slow his car down and can only find the crossbar. Now a bit of a counter-attack coming. Balling in the midfield. Oscar plays it over Stubby. Can I get it back mid for a goal or a pass? Dolphins is there, but it's a huge save by Sam to keep it only 4 for Team Jamsey. But time is ticking and they still need 4 goals to get back into this. It's looking a bit dire for the team in yellow, but they will do their best to try and keep game 1 in their favour. Ball hit forward again by Sam, finds Stubby on the sideball, fakes it, leaves it for Sam, but Oscar can hit it out to the midfield. Jams it himself off the sidewall, Dolphins is up, big hit onto the backboard, I don't think Turner can quite get onto that. 50s it with Sam, Jamsy's up, it's off the crossbar. Oh, it's a double commit for Oscar and Dolphins, it could be a counter-attack, but I think Jamsy's just quick enough. Good enough to get it by Turner, who was waiting in the corner, and saves the blushes of Team Jamsey, who once again on the attack, but Turner will keep away from Dolphins, and time is ticking for Team Turner to get back into this one, Sushi.
Yeah, Team Jamsey have had all the most pressure, I'd say. Although in stats they only have one. No, that's yeah. All stats they only have one shot, but I feel like they've had control most of the game, and they're just in their dominance. Turner, unusually less than 100 points. It's not something we want to be seeing from a star player like Turner. Hope he can step it up for the next game, but at this moment in time, it's looking to be confirmed. And Dolphins Meister shot. I rated it for the redirect. It's not needed for him to score that. Yeah, this first one is definitely towards going for Jamsey.
I mean, unlike the game yesterday against Team Max and yourself, obviously the save shot on Oscar Meister leading to losing that game 4, but I think the 4-goal lead with not many seconds left on the clock is a little bit safer to go for some shots like that, as Jamsey can't continue the ball in the back left, hits the floor, and Team 1 goes the way of Jamsey, Dolphins, and Oscar. And as you say, we mentioned it yesterday that I think the important thing for these teams, obviously it's all draft, there's not much maybe that amazing chemistry that we're looking for. It's important that every player on the field steps up, and Turner being bottom of this team for his own team, Sam Stu B stepping up and Turner just kind of being a bit quiet, not what you're looking for if you're trying to take games away from Team Jamsey.
Yeah, definitely not the best performance from Turner. Hopefully, we can see them perform a lot better as we head into Urban Central. But yeah, from the first game, Jamji might look to be having a sweep, but honestly, anything can happen at this rate. I still believe in Turner's team making a comeback. I hope maybe it was just a warm up game for them.
Absolutely. Now coming into game 2, Urban Central, dim the lights, catch your train, and hopefully they will be on track for an easy kickoff goal. That worked well. I wasn't thinking that line of commentary was going to work. Just an absolute dominant kickoff by Turner on Jamsey of all people. And Oscar just a little bit too slow, not expecting Sam to be there for the kickoff. And well,
Yeah.
Jamsey's team have been on the receiving end of a 3-second kickoff goal. Now they're on the opposite side as it goes the way of Team Turner.
I believe Oscar misreading the bounce when or the pin, the kickoff went much in the middle than he expected, and Sam just reading that. But finally, a much needed start goal for Team Turner. Hopefully they keep this up as Sam dribbles it out a bit, but on their Turner trying to stop Dolphins' attack towards the net, but ball still in half, but now been cleared on the field. Sam tries to hit it mid, get stopped by both Austin and Ramsey. Gets the demo. Sam passes it up to Turn, get the redirect. He's gone for the path, and pre-jump is finally back. Have not seen Dolphins play Batman actually. A good thing for him if he seems he's liking it. But in the first minute of the game seems pretty even.
Yeah, so far, just once again, that early kickoff goal for Sam being the only real difference between these two teams. Since then, it's been rather 50-50, and as you say, Dolphins picking up the Batmobile for this game. Does have a few cars in his repertoire. We saw mainly the Octane yesterday, I believe, and I don't think he switched.
Ooh.
Sam unable to find the close left shot. Turner hanging off the backboard, and will back off to allow Dolphins the goal. But, I mean...
Huh?
I don't think the car is much of the error there for Dolphins, just kind of let Turner hit the ball. Oh, he's getting rule one by Snoopy! Absolute mad lad! I don't know if Dolphins was maybe entertaining the idea of a rule one or if he was trying to get out of it to block the shot from Turner. But either way, either deliberate or not, that's an absolute huge play from the unexpected carry of Team Turner.
Well, Stubby literally, as he was rotating out, flipped onto Dolphin flat Batmobile and manages to get a goal. Turner takes a shot on his own and scores the third goal. Oh my! Oh the tables have turned.
Well, we're definitely, unless this game changes dramatically, we're definitely not following the timeline of yesterday's game where it was one team running away with it up until match point. This is turning more into a back and forth brawl as Team Jamsey somewhat dominating game one, and now if things stay the way they're going, we could see a lot of goals in the hand for Team Turner. Obviously the Stu B rule one, maybe a little bit fortunate, but since then it's just been power plays from Team Turner. But Stu B can't get up to get that one. It's a goal from Oscar from the halfway line. Maybe that's a little bit of a Casper's curse coming out. Is Team Jamsey trying to get back in the swing of things? With just Oscar beating out his own captain in the form of Wykes Turner and bringing things back in the swing of Team Jamsey by one goal. Still another two to find, but definitely a lot closer than maybe they were once thinking.
Yeah, Turner just ball mid and straight to his teammate and with a shot on net. Turner was going there. Stewart UB might have expected block to be done there. He got caught out back line, but either way, a goal is in for Team Jamsey. Now I still have to see Turner gets a mid. Sam hits it off. Oscar gets it off. Stewart, unfortunately, sorry, UB. I'm calling him, and Oscar has just scored. Just that.
Yes,
Turner.
once again. Easy close shot into the close post, and Turner again. Maybe Turner's just. Maybe Oscar was just Turner's kryptonite, just sees his own teammate, goes, oh no, and just completely loses focus. However, that
or
is
maybe
one
the
more
other way
goal.
around.
Maybe the other way around. Maybe it's Oscar that's. Maybe the other way around is Oscar looking for something to prove against his captain. Obviously, being on a team with Turner and Invert, you're a little bit overshadowed. However, Turner now does get a goal. I believe Sam got enough of a bump on Dolphins there to cause some havoc. We'll see in the replay.
It's Stubby.
Oh, it's Stu B. Never mind. And yes, absolutely does. I believe either Dolphins got bumped or had to dodge the bump, but either way, tapping from Turner off of the back of the Stu B carry, as we previously mentioned. Things once again in a 2-goal deficit for Team Jamsey as Oscar meets Sam in the midfield. It's won by Sam. Dolphins will pop it back in the middle, but Turner's up for it. Dolphins has no boost, I believe, and waiting on the back left, trying to find some. Stu B hits it forward, low shot. Oscar taps it. Will carry it onto the wall, does not find a solid pinch onto it. Stevie pinches it with Oscar into the opposite corner. Turner jumps up for it, can't find the angle onto the goal. And it will once more fall with Oscar, jumps up, gets it by Sam. Should be picked up by Turner though. Isn't! However, it has got landed to Stu B. We'll get 50 with Jamsey. Dolphins now will have to pick up the pieces. Oscar absolutely sideswiped the Luxonate new man for next season, but Turner hits off the crossbar. Sam off the corner. Dolphins plays it to Jamsey, who lands well enough to carry it, but demoed by Sam. Hit by Stu B. Dolphins was in the middle of a rotate. Popped forward. Turner! It's a soft shot, but it's enough! Jamsey unable to get his car fingertips onto it. And it's a 5th for Team Turner. And we were talking about game one, how Turner wasn't stepping up. That's his 4th goal. Definitely things changing for Team Turner's captain. And things are looking a little bit dire for Team Jamsey.
Yes. Keep doing that. Chat. Be passing it to his tin and to slot it past Jamsey, and they're now having a 3-goal lead, whereas last game, if not mistaken, they had a 3-goal loss, right? 4.
I believe so, as Dolphins with a delayed dodge can't get the last touch onto the goal, and Sam will pick up the pieces into the corner. Stevie hitting it forward. Jamsey will play it off his own corner. Oscar can only find Turner. Jamsey pops it away from Dolphins. It's dangerous. Turner shot on goal, but it's straight towards Jamsey. Dolphins will pop it forward. Ball onto it. Trying to get it by Sam, but can't. Oscar now waiting with the ball in the corner. Keeping the possession, but time is running out, and Turner could almost just get a goal, if not Sam. Stu B hits it on target, and Dolphins pre-jump from the shot from, I believe it was Sam, and can't get down enough in time for the Luxonate man to slap it into the goal himself. And well, it was a dominant performance from Team Jamsey game 1. It's even more dominant from Team Turner in game 2, so as we previously stated, who knows what's going to happen in Fault Line, because it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, it seems to be Fault Jamsey's team, as they're not able to. Okay, that was a good shot from Jam, but very likely that they will snag the win. So I think it's safe to say that it will be 1-1 after this. So they've decreased to 5. I feel like the game seven's out. What do you think?
I mean, if we're going by yesterday's standards, I think we might be here for a while, so I'm not going to discount it. However, it's definitely not seeming like it's a
Oh.
one-sided sweep by any margin. 5 seconds left on the clock. 3 goals in the favour of Team Turner. Stevie popping to the sidewall. Dolphins up. Will it bounce off the corner, hit the floor? It will! And rather handedly going the way of Team Turner. So, we've now seen 2 games from these teams. One of them very dominant in one of them. One of them very dominant in the other. Obviously, the kickoff goal helps. Turner himself stepping up to carry his team. And yeah, Oscar Meister with the 2 goals being the top of Team Jamsey, so every player's just kind of switching about, switching on, switching off, and yeah, a very interesting series I think we've got in our hands here, Sushi.
Yeah, might I just add, or I'm not sure if the people watching from there, from the Twitch can see, but Turner actually having more than their teammates combined. Listen to us from beyond when we told him to step it up for this game, and hopefully he can set it up. He can keep that momentum carry going for the next game. It was great to see Steve finally trying to fit in with the teams. 2 of the goals came from assists, and everyone having scored a goal as well. Um, yeah, it's impossible to say where the game is going to go because it's just so lackluster so far.
Yeah, one of the teams dominating one game, the other dominating the other, kind of shows that both teams are solid, but there's still room to improve, and I suppose game 3 might be the practice ground we're looking for those teams, as Dolphins popping it to Oscar Meister, maybe a little bit accidentally, however, a pass is a pass, as Dolphins can only get it so far as Stu B. Onto the backboard once again, Oscar playing it forward. Will be picked up by Stu B. I believe that was Sam, or Turner, who hit the ball, as Stu B
Oh,
probably didn't teleport back into the defense. Shot on goal by Jamsey, easily saved by Turner. Popped over Oscar onto the sidewall. Stubby pops it over Jamsey. Sam, he's got a tight angle on goal. Can't find it. To be fair, I'm not sure if there was a man in the middle waiting on it, so I think that was the best he could have done. Stubby pops it down. Oscar to Jamsey. Has a little bit of a dribble, pops it. It's above goal, and Dolphins can't get on the end of it. The pop a little bit too high. I think it had to be to get over the keeper. Oscar pops it over one. Jamsey heading it to the backboard. Turner pops it. It's almost by Dolphins, but gets it onto the sidewall. Turner uses the last of his boost to get possession. Dolphins gets a 50 with Turner. Jamsey's up, meets Stu B. Actually misses the ball and it's Stu B, but Dolphins hits it forward to Sam. Plays it softly to the corner, but the pressure is on for Turner's team. And it's denied by Sam, though, as he pops it forward. Oscar to Stu B. Dolphins going for a bump on the third man for Team Turner, but unable to find it. 2 in the corner for Team Jamsey. Sam will pop it deep out. Ball coming back down for Stu B. Misses the ball though, but Sam's there to pick up the scraps. Turner jumps up. Absolutely denied by Jamsey as Dolphins will pop it up to the side. Oscar, soft pop to Jamsey. Very good pass. Hit forward though, but I think Dolphins was back out getting boost. Wasn't on the end of that one. Seems to be a fair few decent passes coming through from both teams, but the third man just isn't there to pick them up. So I think the communication, the rotations just need to be a little bit more on point for both these teams, but it's definitely a lot closer than we previously saw, Sushi.
yeah, Stu going for the double. Can he get it?
What?
Oh! That's unfortunate, and cleaning it up. Brilliant play, brilliant pass from Stevie. Unfortunately, on not getting a double touch, but I've seen him starting to play a bit faster this game, more to the pace. His teammates. I think finally Turner's team might be able to start thinking together.
Very much possible. I believe the Stubby hit off the post, accidentally dinking off Oscar Meister is one side of unfortunate. Jamsey then pre-jumping what he thought was probably a much quicker shot from Turner or Sam, but Turner was waiting in the midfield and wasn't there to get it. Dolphins trying to get a... Was that like a sideways musty that I just witnessed? I don't even know what that was.
Dolphins always try stuff, which he is in the Fennec. Interesting play from... What a from Turner!
I kind of came from nowhere, and to be honest, I kind of missed it. Stubby off the wall, heads it forward, above both Jamsey and Dolphins. Turner, no, Oscar nowhere to be found, and Turner will slap that close post top left. Dolphins had no chance. So, I mean,
What a play.
we know that both of these teams can be dominant, but once more, similar to last game, it's Turner, Sam, and Stubby that are stepping up as Oscar hitting forward to Dolphins, pops it once more, we'll try and get on the end of it, but Stubby accidentally coming off the side of the post. Sam finds the save from Jamsey. He'll pick up the ball himself, has 41 boost to work with to get it back in the middle, will do so, but Oscar and Dolphins playing a little bit too defensively. I believe Oscar bumping his captain. Maybe,
Yeah.
we talked yesterday about maybe some of the lower drafted teammates bumping the higher ranked players. I don't think bumping your own captain is maybe part of that strategy, but we'll let it slide for now. Sam can't find the drop down goal. Turner can only meet Jamsey. And there's a bit of an open goal, pops it forward. Oscar isn't on the end of it though, because I think Jamsey couldn't quite find the pass to his teammate. Oscar dribbling it forward to Dolphins, hit to the side wall, coming back down. Oscar off the corner, jumps up for it, bet out by Sam. Jamsey once more continue it, meets Turner. Oscar popping it off the ceiling, Dolphins hit to the backboard. Jamsey was going it for boost though. Again, fantastic passes coming out from both teams, but it's Team Turner that seem to be on the end of them. As we see another one here, Stubby can't quite get on the end of it. Bit of a pinch from Dolphins and Oscar to get it away. Will do so. Stubby stealing the mid boost though from Dolphins. The back right going the way of Turner, and I just think the boost probably isn't where it needs to be for Team Jam to try and make an attack. So, I mean, missing the save is Turner, possibly giving a bit of an opportunity. Dolphins pops it up to Jamsey, but Turner popping it onto his backboard. Jamsey will wait. Can he find Oscar in the middle? He can, and it's a tap for Oscar! You kind of saw that coming from a mile away out the corner of your screen if you were paying attention. The hit onto the backboard by Turner. Jamsey just taking all the time in the world to get it to the middleman. And Oscar tapping it by his own captain. And things still not entirely favourable for Team Jamsey, but a lot closer than it previously was. 1 minute on the clock, 1 goal in hand for Team Turner. Yeah. And things could get very interesting. These last 60 seconds, Dolphins bouncing up the backboard. Turner will get it forward. And this could be anyone's game, Sushi.
Yeah, I can definitely see. I'm also Stubby's point of. I tend to notice half the time he is on the boost. I think he's just from his the old semester before. I think it's the genes that a shot saved by Jamsey. I think it was hitting push anyway, but Jam did very good steering it, and Team Turner to hold on for another 10 seconds, and then Dolphin up. Oh! Mastercard it! No!
Oh, Turner, I think, going for a bit of a 50 with Oscar. That didn't happen. Dolphins beautifully struck into the goal. Stubby gets a touch on it, but not enough to keep it out. And with 10 seconds left, we're tied up. We were saying that game 1 was dominant for Jamsey, game 2 dominant for Turner. And now we have an absolute clincher of a game 3. Time running out. Team Jamsey with Oscar on the ball could potentially make something. Stubby can't ground it. Dolphins on it again. Pop into the middle. Jamsey gets a 50 with Turner, and now things are looking in the favour of Team in yellow. Sam pops it up, gets a shot on goal. Dolphins no boost. Oscar will try and ground it. He'll fake it as he usually does. And we do have an overtime. An absolute nail-biter of a game 3 compared to what we've seen previously. And honestly, I think it could go anyone's way. It's just a matter of all the teammates linking up. We see that Stubby and Oscar are there to help out with their 2 higher-ranked teammates. It's just a matter of who's going to be on the fortunate end of a good pass. As Sam bounces off the backboard, pinch from Dolphins and Oscar to get it out. Turner keeping the pressure on though. Oscar will go up for it, hit it to the sidewall. Stubby goes up for it, hits it forward. Dolphins gets onto it, but only as far as his own corner. Things still looking very dangerous to the side in yellow. Sam getting a 50 into the midfield, but so much pressure on for Team Jamsey just now. They're trying to get it out, get some boost, get clear, but there's just infinite pressure from Team Turner. Played in the middle, big block by Dolphins, deny the shot by Sam. Dolphins gets a shot, a bump onto Stubby to keep him out of the action. And now Turner off to the backboard. Dolphins in the goal, fantastic save to get it forward. Stubby has a bunch of time to work with. We'll let it come up the sidewall to get it away from Oscar Meister, but hit towards Sam. Once again, back out. Stubby's up for it. It's a shot on goal. It's an absolute blender for the third man from Team Turner.
Stewart! What a batter! In overtime, take Team Turner up a game. What a great pass from Sam right up to Stubby. Honestly, what a game. What a game that was.
I mean, I've obviously mentioned previously that I've lost my voice after screaming a bit. 1 second. Obviously mentioned that all 6 players on the field need to act up if they want their team to be the key part. Oscar definitely showed up for his team, pulled off a great assist to get it to Dolphins to score. But Stoopy with a phenomenal last second goal there to steal it away. Sam on the top of Team Turner with 1 assist, no goals. 4 saves though, so clearly being the defensive player that they probably needed to get action. Turner sliding into the middle, and Stu B just a few points away from Turner and Sam, stepping up massively for his team. And yeah, just Jamsey being maybe a little bit quiet for his team in that game. And I mean, after the performance we saw in game 1, I don't think we can hark on them too much. But yeah, just again, Team Turner just coming out swinging into game 3, a lot closer than our game 2 victory, but pressure's on Team Jamsey to not let this one fall away here.
Yeah, as I think it was EJAM making it a gentle sweep was where you lose the first game and then win the next 3 or 4, take the win. Turner's team do have the chance to do it. My old add that I think last game, if I saw correctly, this team had way more shots onto Team Jams. So you definitely see the team plays rotation side to pressure. But when you have someone like Jamsey on your team, half of those will be denied because he is just insane, and then you do not want to play against that guy. Neither do you want playing on offense, as you saw from that nearly good shot, and nothing there. Stewart to the side, goes up the wall. We're trying to chase the ball, gets it into Oscar, carries on the clear, hits it to his teammate. I feel the rivalries in the game is one of the most fun parts to watch. The Oscar versus Turner.
Oh, absolutely. It's why I picked some of these games this way. I was like, yesterday we had Team Nick versus Team Turner, so we had Nick versus Sam, and then I got Team Turner on again, so that we had Invert versus Turner, and now once again we're seeing Oscar versus Turner. So 3 games we've had of Team Turner, all of them having an inter-Wike rivalry. So very much interesting. However, back to the present, Jamsey bouncing off the sidewall, can't get the second touch, but will fall to Dolphins. Soft hit forward, maybe. I mean, I was going to say go for the corner, but I suppose if Snoopy's going to have an absolute mare in the defense, it's just going to go in. Do what you want. Yeah,
I think
right,
what you
after
do was
after the absolute great performance we saw from last game, the clinch overtime goal, to then just completely miss a double jump save. Come on, Stu. Step up a bit.
I think Turner of Ramsey as he's okay.
There we go.
Himself. I don't have to explain actions. He's redeemed himself. Turner getting the ball past Oscar further, and Stubby just Oscar's hit, and we're level with 330 seconds, 29 seconds actually.
Absolute smables. The absolute defensive error there from Stu B, followed by a very not pro-level play from Oscar in his own corner away from Turner. We're now back at level pegging. I'd honestly kind of prefer for this game to be called a 0-0 at this point, just so we forget those goals happened. Oscar, that's your own net! Good lord, man! Currently carrying the ball in the midfield. Turner will, however, keep it into his own possession, bounce it off the corner, plays it mid. Stubby backing off though. I think probably the correct choice. If he went for an all or nothing play there, it could have been a very quick counter attack for Team Jamsey. Stubby getting a shot. Oscar, and again, you've got to think maybe just the wrong play there from Oscar. Going for the 50 with Stubby, who positions his car well enough to be fair. Falls beautifully to the midfield. It's basically just a penalty kick that Dolphins is way too on one side of the net to save. And, well, from the previous games we've been seeing where it's been an absolute blast, that's kind of been 3 goals that have been just pure defensive errors. And I'm hoping that's not going to be the tale of Game 3 here in Neo Tokyo, but... Wait, no, Game 4. Game 4? I've completely lost track of time. Game 4! I'm hoping that isn't how things are going to be. But I mean, Oscar needs to stop making such errors, and Stubby needs to learn how to dodge, I suppose.
Yeah, so Stubby missing the ball, but the ball's now the yellow half, orange, yellow, and I just gets the ball. Dribbles it, gets it past his teammate, debumping that teammate. Turner with a shot on target, and with a simple save. No, I'm with a bump on Dolphins and Dolphins, and Stewart hits it into Dolphins. Sam picked the backboard to turn. Players a little bit lackluster now. They're a bit in a bit of stables on the backboard, but they seem to have recovered. But Turn with the huge dunk on Jamsey. Sam hit out to Turner, saved Jamsey. Dolphins clears it downfield. Jamsey aims to redirect just the crossbar. Unfortunate from Team Jamsey as Sam gets to save to Turner. Clears it behind the two defenders. Brilliant touch that from Turner. Sam reading Oscar's dribble play. Stewart gets a shot. Jamsey with reaching.
Oh, Sam! Sam! Oh no!
Oh no! All three players committed, but Jamsey can't get it off target that quickly enough. Still boost, looking fast down to Oscar. Stu B was light touch at the end. Oscar thought he was going to that, but no. When Stu is on the field, you don't have the ball.
Right, you. Less of that. I get he's your teammate, but we need to be a little bit unbiased. You don't hear me harking on Jams every 2 seconds because he's Scottish.
I'm kidding.
However, you do make a fair point. Stu B maybe stepping up a little bit more than Oscar this game, whereas Jamsey is currently leading the points for his team, but currently not doing enough to get a second goal. Dolphin shot on target, it's off the post, and Jamsey can't find the read from the keeper. It's the link into the air low. Oscar off the top left post in. Caster's blessing, there you go, saying that Oscar isn't doing enough. There he is for the equaliser once again. Just dinking it off the top left, and Turner unable to get up for it. And we're even with 26 seconds left. You'd maybe expect an overtime, but honestly, I have a sickening feeling there's going to be some sort of last 0-second goal for one of these teams. It's just a matter of who can keep possession and get onto it. As Dolphins fakes out Sam, pops it forward, Turner sidewall. Dolphins hits it forward, but it will be Stubby collecting it with his captain though, unfortunately. Dolphins backing out, so the pass from Oscar will fall to Sam. Will come off the wall, play it across court. Oscar can't get onto the end of it. Time ticking down now. Oscar hits it forward. Will fall to Dolphins. Grounds the ball. And it will be another overtime. Team Jamsey looking for similar events not to happen compared to last game. Team Turner looking to continue their overtime momentum into this one. Dolphins donking the ball forward. Turner jumps up for it, misses the ball. That's a lot of boost used. He can't get the back right. It's stolen by Dolphins, who will turn onto the ball. Pop it mid. It's a little bit by him. Oscar's up for it though. Hits it forward. Stubby heading it to the sidewall. Jamsey on the wrong side of the field to reply, so it's Stubby again to head out onto the backboard. Dolphins smacking it forward. Easily handled by Turner. Will pick up the boost, but Jamsey onto the backboard. It's water falling down. Dolphins is there! Given the level of player Jamsey is, I'm fairly certain he meant that. The pass into the downward section of the wall, and Dolphins early up and enough to read it away from Stu B. And the second overtime of this series will fall the way of Team Jamsey. 2-2 in the series. And like you say, I think we could be going to a Game 7 the way that these teams are playing.
It's definitely possible. Predicted it from the start. And boy, these guys are definitely trying to prove me correct. Honestly, I have no idea what's happening. Like, the game is going every single way it could go. You can't tell who will take the next match.
Yeah, Jamsey, no goals that game, but all 3 assists, and I mean that crucial one to the top of the wall that we just saw, being an absolute clincher in the overtime. So we now find ourselves in a best of 3 scenario with both teams extremely warm, ready for each other. It's been dominant performances in games 1 and 2. It's been close overtime nail pinchers in games 3 and 4, and Dolphins trying to start off early with a read, can't find it. And Turner will play it back to Jamsey. Manages to find it out onto the backboard though. Sam's up for it. Jamsey for a crucial save, but it's falling to Stubby in the middle. It's a pop over by Oscar Meister. Can he get the goal before Turner can get it back? He can! And once again, it's an early goal for one team, but unlike game 2, it is not Team Turner, it's Oscar Meister again in a similar fashion to game 1. being on the receiving end of a hit from one of his teammates to sneak it away from his captain rotating out. And the sands of time on Wasteland could be turning for Team Jamsey as they are looking to break the streak that Team Turner just had. As Jamsey can't find the backboard hit, Oscar's up though, keeps away from Stu B. Sam can't find the save! And it's a second for Oscar. Very unfortunate for Sam not to get the read from Jamsey. Oscar sneaks it by Stu B and Sam does his best but can't keep it out. And it's a very early lead for Team Jamsey. Oscar Meissler stealing the show of all things. And once again, a big kickoff from Oscar as Turner needs to go up and get it himself. Jamsey's up for the dominant stay though! Where is this coming from?
It's been 34 seconds and 3 goals already in. This would be like a repeat of game 1, but there's even more goals in the first 30 seconds. Jamsey's team getting the momentum from the first goal. Honestly, like I said, I have no idea what's. I'm just casting as I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't think there's much predictions we could do at this stage.
No.
Turner bounces the ball off his own corner. Oscar heading forward, but only for Stubby. Turner's up for it. Dinks it to the midfield. Stubby's up for it, but saved by Jamsey. Turner bumping Dolphins away from the ball, but falls to Oscar Meissler. Has it on the back middle left. Picks up the boost as it spawns. Very fortunate. Will flick it towards goal. Almost gets it over Sam, who's maybe expecting a pass from the Whiteford man. But the shot on goal almost catching him out. As the ball now bouncing off the backboard, Sam 22 boost. Can potentially pick up the next one as he can as Turner takes it away, but it's a hit into the backboard by Jamsey. Stubby pass it to Turner. Oscar with a big 50, linking in the backboard. Sam is up for it though, but how good of a touch can he get? Not good enough, but manages to fall onto the ball to keep it away from Jamsey. Dolphins onto the backboard, hit away by Turner. Sam's lingering. Oscar onto his own backboard, potentially getting it away from Jamsey. Dolphins and Oscar managed to make a scrappy performance, get it away, but pressure is still mounting. Dolphins plays it out. Jamsey hits it forward, it's onto the backboard. Can he follow his own pass? Stubby can only manage to hit it to the ceiling. Sam's up for it, hits it forward. But Oscar is there, will get a touch, but Turner takes it away. Sam's shot on goal!
Shot.
And a somewhat sad history compared to the last game. It's a little bit of a mistake from Oscar. Too much of a touch, gets 50'd by his captain of Wyke. And Sam slams it in for an easy tap and away from Jamsey near post. And an absolute dominant 40 seconds for one team. It took 1 minute 20 for the other to try and get back into this. Still down 2, but life in Team Turner as of yet.
Yeah, as you said, they have minutes to score 2 more goals. Jamsey being a lot of defense, Stewart. Oscar with the Stubby with the root shot. Oscar's simple saving it there. Turner passes to Stubby. Save from Oscar again. Dolphins seem to have jumped a little bit early, giving Sam a fairly rather save. Ball pinches from the corner, goes straight to Sam. Can he carry it on? Yes, he gets past Oscar. Turner. These Dolphins good, but Jamsey had to clear to safety. Jamsey bunking Stubby's touch as he lets his team captain Turner go for the ball. Sam drew it out. Is that this shot nearly crossbar again? It's look, honestly. That's a demo coming out from Oscar again. To his teammate. We'd love to see a bit of teammate rivalry. So many demos coming out from Team Jamsey. Seem to be using attackers both Dolphins and Oscar are able to find attack on the ball. An open net. Stubby going for the goal on Jamsey. And Jamsey is not used by Stubby. What's the save on it? Passes it to Dolphins. Clears it to the backboard. Stubby to touch out mid. That accidentally hits the back. Can Stubby get a clear? Yes, he can go into Dolphins. Straight Sam and they've just half the lead. They only have 1 more goal. That's it.
Dolphins doing his best. Oscar makes their impression with somewhat of a pass to the opposing player. Bit of a gifted goal, and now another minute and 20 seconds gone, and Team Turner do find themselves a gone. They've got a minute 20 to potentially find a third. Team Jamsey just need to hold on potentially, if not find another goal. However, Sam's got something to say about that as he plays the ball. goes mid from Oscar Meister's hit. Stubby into the corner. Jamsey will pick up the boost himself. Try and get it forward. He does. Oscar goes up for it, but not before Turner can get a hand on it. Hang off the sidewall. Sam takes it forward. Big clear by Jamsey, but Turner will go up to meet Dolphins. He'll play it down to the side once again. Jamsey smacking it forward. Can Sam get in the it? He can't. It's over Stubby. Jamsey almost potentially ending up in a very popular situation. Sam pre-jumps.
What?
Oh, and Oscar is fortunate enough that Dolphins was waiting on the right wing. Oh, Sam just absolutely annihilated by Jamsey. And Dolphins there to get it before Sam can recover and get back onto it. Big play from the captain to smack out Sam as the last defender. And now, 47 seconds for 2 goals. Not looking good as Jamsey wins the kicker for his team. Goes for another bump on Sam, but misses. So it does have potential to attack Oscar Meister on the ball. However, it will be out Stubby. Turner takes up the wall. Another demo on Jamsey. I think Wasteland brings out the demos in people. They just see the flames of the fireworks and just kind of go for people. Just brings out the most aggressive plays in Rocket League players. Jamsey hitting the ball forward. No teammate in sight to receive the pass. They're both waiting in the defense for Sam's touch off the sidewall. Stubby, unfortunate hit. Is that in for Dolphins? It is! And that ruins the hopes of Team Turner. 13 seconds for 3 goals after a big snipe clear from Dolphins. Smacking it into the top left. Even if there was a keeper, would have had a bit of a struggle. 103 kph, keeping it above the 100 mark in the triple digits.
Yeah.
And seconds are counting down for Team Turner to go the series point for Team Jamsey. Turner, maybe not wanting to freestyle on the ball in the midfield if you're looking for 3 goals and not a lot of time, but I mean, you do you, I suppose. Maybe a bit of a giving up situation. Sam now going for a flip reset into his own goal. Can't even find a goal in his own yellow net. And game 5 will go the way of Team Jamsey.
Yeah, Team Jamsey series scored 2 on match point. If they win this, Team Turner gets eliminated out of the tournament. So Team Jamsey are desperately looking for this win, but I think Team Turner have a chance. I have to believe in Stubby. So I think definitely game 7 surely gives it a brilliant viewership for the viewers and for us casting as well. Quite excited to see how this goes. I can't lie. Team Jamsey having the more shots there. It's all about the pressure game. Team Turner had a lot of pressure in the games previously, caused them to win. Team Turner, if they make a comeback, they can. They have to start getting more pressure. But Team Jamsey, keep doing what you're doing if you want to win, because that will definitely get you the win.
Absolutely, every player getting warmed up, everyone getting involved. Oscar and Stubby being there when they need to be. Sam stepping up in his own way, could potentially get a double if not for Dolphins' save. Turner play it up into the corner. Jamsey hits it forward. Turner popping it mid. Stubby a bit of an odd angle, but will get possession at least. Pop it mid. Will Turner come up for it? He will. Onto the backboard, and Carr just has way too much vertical momentum, but Sam can only find a 50 with Oscar, who now picks up the boost. Jumps off to get an earlier touch, but it's enough for Stubby to maybe fumble it into the midfield. Dolphins can't get the shot for Turner's save. Oscar, 50 going towards Dolphins. Jamsey leaving it. We'll hook up boost in the back right, and we'll more than likely be up for that one, but Stubby's up. Can't get it into the goal. Oscar doing enough to keep it away from Turner, who will try and get a second touch, but doesn't. Sam shot on goal, and that is sniped into the far right side netting away from Dolphins. And once again, the pressure has switched and Team Turner are back on top. We could potentially be seeing a game 7, Sushi.
Yeah, definitely excited. And Turner's ball goes straight, and no one. Oscar should have really attacked that, but obviously, as you did, the goal has been scored in the position in his own net. He definitely did save the direction of the shot, just unfortunately too slow for anything else to happen. Pass over to Turner, and unfortunately being his own teammate. You do that so many times. Now is the time you want to be doing that, but luckily for them, do have a 1 lead as Sam rightly put behind it. Oh, gets it past Jack. Goal is on. Can Turner get in? Oh, this is the ball. Oscar Munster getting touched. Be faking it, maybe? To get it past the defender. But Dolphins coming out on top, QB. But unfortunately not doing too well with it as straight into Turner. Sam up, hits it to the left wall. Stubby up, low, zero boot again. It's the ultimate 64 code. It runs in the family.
Kick W, shout out to Tommy.
Oh, what a shot!
And not much of a shout out to the defensive plays from Team Jamza there. The pop forward, once again, just acting as a bit of a pass. Oscar doing all he really can to get it onto the crossbar. But it's not enough as Turner comes steaming forward. And once again, it's just errors in the defense that are basically passes to the other team. It's kind of like watching an RL Mafia game. You start thinking that Jamzi and Oscar are playing for the other teams, but 3 minutes to work out 2 goals. That's plenty of time given what we've previously seen. However, obviously a bit uncomfortable as Jamzi not maybe finding the flick he was looking for. Sam plays it forward. Oscar will find a clear. Jamzi demo on Stu B. Oscar continues onto the ball. It is on target, but not a hassle for Turner to get the save. Dolphins pass mid will fall the way of Sam. Falling back in his own corner, Jamzi will get the ball, but only as far as Stu B. Off the backboard, Oscar keeps it away from Turner, but Sam will collect it with a booming clear up the field. We'll try and continue it. Dolphins misses. Ball's falling back down. Sam finds the backboard. Turner gets the shot on goal, and it's
Brilliant.
enough for Jamzi's pre-flip save to go zooming by. And wow, he's also getting bumped by Jamzi. Oh, Sam, you disgusting human. The pass and the bump. And it's easy enough for the captain of Team Turner to slap it in himself. And I mean, we've seen some overtime games, we've seen some dominant games, and this appears to be one of the latter. Is Team Turner running away with it, and Team Jamzi either need to try and get back into this one or not let it phase them if we're going to actually end up going to a Game 7. It's Stu B and Jamzi, 15 in the midfield. Turner missing the ball, will fall to Dolphins, pops it forward. Sam's up for it though. Will be bet out by Jamzi. Turner. Soft hit onto the backboard, can't find much else onto it. Stu B baited out by Dolphins. Goes under Sam. Turner in his own net, and Dolphins misreads the clear. Oscar with a 50 into the ceiling. Stu B hits it forward. Jamzi into the side netting will fall to Sam, who hits it forward. Dolphins and Oscar both up. Good clearance by Oscar, but Turner will be there to react to it. Dolphins and Jamzi, a little bit of miscommunication. They're both in the side. It's a shot! And it will fall off the post, but Stubby's in to finish it. Jamzi and Dolphins, what are you doing, lads? Got to have better communication than that. One of you call it, one of you sit defend the shot from Turner. And Stu B, unlike the previous Luxonite captain, actually scoring an open goal for once, and it's 4 for Team Turner.
Very fucked up, very.
I mean,
I'm totally.
I thought it was rather humorous, personally.
But anyway, Turner 4 goals up, looking to this game to take it to 7. I really want to. There's going to be a game overtime. I can't. What do you think, Suffer?
I don't know about overtime, but definitely Game 7 at the very least, as there's now 1 minute left on the clock for Jamzi and co. If not wanting to go to Game 7, need to start slapping in absolute bangers from the midfield and beyond. Jamzi getting a 50 with Turner. Sam jumping up for it, hits it on target, but Dolphins will pop it forward into the ceiling, drops down. Dribbled by Jamzi, bit of a hard touch, trying to get maybe a 50 with Turner, but the white captain backing off, maybe knowing that's what he was going for. Sam finding another hit, 30 seconds now left on the clock as the ball lingering once again in the side of Team Jamzi. Need to get some sort of big clearance on this as Dolphins, but 50'd out. We'll get a bump onto Turner. Jamzi on the ball by himself. No boost, can only get it by 1, but picked up by Sam. 10 seconds left to get 4 goals. It's looking extremely dire. Turner pops it up. Dolphins can only get it so far to the side, and now not only was it a dominant game for one team, it was an absolute shutout. Team Jamzi managing 7 shots, but 0 goals. And coming into Game 7, we've had 2 dominant performances, 2 close games, then a close game for Jamzi, and another dominant one for Turner. So just based on possession and absolute power, Team Turner looking like the favourites coming into Game 7, but anything can happen, and it's up to Team Jamzi to scrub away that mentality and show us just what they're made of coming into the last game of the series.
Turner's team, a lot of pressure, 13 shots to 4. it's absolutely crazy as to how much pressure one can accumulate like that. Yeah, it's I have no idea who will win.
Also, yeah, again to mention, Turner on plus 700 points, Sam on 380, Stubby 170-ish. An absolute blaster MVP performance to Team Turner, or Turner rather. And Jamsey, again, bottom of the team, whether he's scoring goals or making them. I feel like Jamsey needs to be making a bigger impact on these games, because if he's bottom of his team, when he's usually, double if not triple the points of FVG and the like on whatever team he's playing on, definitely the impact player that Team Jamsey need to be looking for. And if he's standing quiet and letting everyone else on the field play the game, that's definitely the 3v2 you're going to be looking for. So need to see a big impact from him in this last game here on Champs Field. Winner going on to tackle Team Ruben in the semi-finals of the Fault Line tournament. Big hit forward by Oscar Meister, saved out by Turner. Jamsey picks up the boost, meets two players. Ball link in the midfield. Oscar, free shot on goal. Won't really bother Turner that much. Dolphins now going up for a 50 with the white captain. Doesn't do that well, but ball falls behind them for Jamsey to get the 50. Stubby hang off the corner. Jamsey shot on goal. Hits on the backboard. Can't get his car high enough for the double. Turner now on the dribble. Tackled out by Oscar Meister. Jamsey on his own backboard. Keeps it away from Stu B, but still dangerous. Oscar plays it into his own corner. And now, good double hit clear for Jamsey to relieve the pressure and get some more boost. Ball going up the backboard.
Oh, no.
Hit back into the middle. Dolphins is up. Soft touch on goal. Huge bump by Oscar Meister! And well,
Oscar
if we're
Meister.
talking about Jamsey needing to step up, there's Oscar with an absolute beautiful bump, landing in front of Sam, smacking him away, and the soft touch from Dolphins will dribble in. Wow, that's the MVP performance we're looking for Team Jamsey. Once again, out of the unsuspected last draft player for the team, Oscar stepping up huge when his team needs him.
Yeah, I think Oscar's really suited to the third man role, rotating and getting the bump. As you can see, it finally worked in such as a moment, but not to mention that there's more than half the game left, 3:30 to be exact. Yeah, but Team Jamsey needs to be putting all the Jamsey takes the shot on target, but unfortunately can come over it. Ball over the crossbar here, crossbar! Oscar! You are popping off this game.
It needs to be said, the terrible double come out on the backboard for Stubby and Sam leaves Turner under the ball for Oscar. Dinks off the crossbar, a little bit flashier than maybe it needs to be, but I mean, last game we were saying that if Jamsey wants to sit at the bottom of the leaderboard, he's going to lose. Well, I mean, if Oscar just wants to carry his team forward, then I suppose he can do that instead. So, shot on goal for Team Turner, getting hit away by Dolphins. 2 minutes gone, 2 goals scored for the side in green. Ball bouncing off the side wall. Once more into the middle from Stu B, but Turner and Sam are both rotating out. Demo onto Turner by his own teammate Oscar Meister. Hit forward by Sam. Jamsey. Ball a little bit far away from an only 16 boost. Gets a late dodge onto it best he can. Oscar Meister will collect the ball. Hits it forward. Demo on by Turner onto Oscar Meister. We're not on Wasteland anymore, but the fire and sparks are flying out as demos are coming in. It's a very ugly game. Turner finds the save away from Dolphins hit. Oscar Meister getting a bit of a pinch pass into the midfield. Oscar hits it up. Is Jamsey going to go up for it? He's waiting on Sam, but also Turner goes up for it. So that's 2 players using their boost. Hit forward by Turner. Dolphins with a great save. Had to jump off the post for that one. Huge bump by, I think that was Jamsey. Sam finding the touch away so that Turner can keep possession of the ball. Pops onto the sidewall, gets the double hit. Who's that waiting in the corner? It's Jamsey that hit it away. Too deep for Oscar. Just enough for Dolphins. Oscar bullying Sam away from the ball. And it's Dolphins to tap it in. I think Oscar was maybe trying to go for a bit of a redirect, if not just keeping Sam at bay. But again, he's not going to get points for all these plays he's getting, but Oscar Meister with huge physical plays on the opposing team. And well, in the last game of the series, a match point for both teams. 3 goals down with 2 minutes left is not where you want to be if you're Team Turner.
No, yeah, they're going to have to do a magical comeback against all odds. Just, I say all odds in terms of this game, not the whole match. Yeah, they have 3 goals to score, or at least 3 goals to score with just over 100 seconds remaining, and more time goes past, more shots come out. Team Jamsey The
Oh
more
no.
goals that come up from Jamsey, the less likely that's going to be. Now they have to score a fourth.
Good lord. Did you see how much momentum Dolphins had off the wall there?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
noticed
sure
he
if, like,
just far again.
I know he was obviously coming down off of the wall, so had, gravity on his side, 9.8 meters per second, kick W. But that was a lot of speed to beat out Turner there, and I think the white captain maybe getting a little bit caught off guard by it. And well, we're saying that 3 goals with 2 minutes was dangerous.
Another
How
shot.
about 4 goals with 1.5? And it was almost 5 for a beautiful redirect from Dolphins. You've got to think they're starting to feel themselves now in Game 7 here. All the plays, all the bumps coming out. Double demo by Turner and Jamsey. The captains getting a bit heated on each other. Leaving a 2v2 situation. Oscar onto the backboard. Thinks it back
It's a
middle because I believe Dolphins also missed the ball. Jamsey hits it away. Turner swinging around onto the ball. Hits onto the sidewall. Stu B, thinking it forward, left for Sam, flick on goal, huge save by Jamsey, but it's Turner, huge save off the line by Dolphins, but it's still dangerous, Jamsey's up for it, it's still lingering above the box, but I think that Team Turner ran out of boost to continue their attack, and Team Jamsey looking at the goal scorer thinking, maybe that 0 should be a 1 right about now. They've come away with an absolute defensive masterclass. And 40 seconds left for 4 goals, 10 seconds a goal now needed for Team Turner. Could potentially be a 5th if Dolphins can make some magic here. Stubby passes Jamsey a little bit too forward into the midfield to get something onto it. Time ticking down for Team Turner. And it's Rocket League, it's fault line, anything is possible, but it's looking less and less likely as the clock ticks down here on Champions Field. Big clearance into the opposite corner means that Team Turner do not have possession. Dolphins going for a solo play into the goal. Will hit off the backboard. Jamsey, Dolphins saves it for good measure. What a save's coming out in the chat. 2 seconds left. 0 seconds left. And just now waiting for the ball to hit the goal line. Dolphins sadly not getting the last goal. But it is Team Jamsey in an absolute dominant performance in Game 7. Taking the series 4-3. And starting the Fault Line Tournament Day 2 off on an absolute shocker.
Yeah, I'm happy Game 7. It was such a fun series to card. Fortunate for Juby, obviously. I mean, I had to back the luck people, okay? But it's unfortunate to see him not progress. But very well done to Team Turner for making it this far. And now the next game.
It will be Team Jamsey, Dolphins and Oscar Meister versus Team Ruben, including both teammates of Enver and Matt, who got to the reseeding match against Team Turner, beating them out. So, if it's that close against Team Turner when Team Ruben managed to dismantle them so easily in the seeding match, pressure's is going to be on for Team Jamsey, and we'll find out how that goes in a very short break in about 5 minutes' time. We'll catch you guys in just a bit.
We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
Julio. Put Ruben on blue team. Yeah. Put Ruben on blue team, put Jamsey on orange. I will invite you in after. Or is it Hazard? H. H. Hat. Okay, you're offline, aren't you? But I can't see you in game. H-I-J-K. Hazard, H-I... There's no H. Right. Yeah. Oh, you have a thing before your name. Hello, can you make me part leader? Yeah, add a bit more. Add a bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Zappa join party. Hey stream, how's it going? Have fun listening to the Spotify.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the High School Rocketeers Twitch channel for the Fault Line Tournament. And, well, we just saw an absolute blast of a game, didn't we, Sushi? Team Jamsey versus Team Turner going all the way to Game 7, an absolute firework game. And now Team Jamsey move forward in the playoff bracket, which we're going to bring up on stream just now so you guys know exactly what's happening. So Team Jamsey now move forward to play against Team Ruben in what will be the semi-finals. Whenever that game goes on to take on Team Naruzu, the dominant performers from yesterday. And Sushi, what do you think of the performances we saw yesterday from Team Naruzu and about the game we're about to see?
Having played Team Naruzu, the star player I have to admit is definitely Vilas. Vilas, he's an insane player. Alongside Naruzu and Ihane, whoever has to end up playing them, it will be a tough match to beat. Tough match for them to play.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
for this match, Ruben team up with Invert and Matt. Now it's Oscar Meister playing another one of his teammates. It's funny to see the whole white squad in the top 4, showing how dominant they are and have been. Yeah, it's now Oscar Meister have to show his worth against Invert, alongside with Matt, who is not a familiar name. Obviously, if you're from the HSR community, you obviously know who he is. He's not currently on the team, but he is a high school player. He's pretty strong, I'd say. So this match is definitely going to be close. Any predictions, Zappa?
An absolute great game. That's basically what I have to go for. I think this one is a lot more. Obviously, the last game we've talked about rock, paper, scissors and teams beating teams. I think obviously Turner and Sam standout players in their own right. Stubby maybe, well, I mean, scoring that amazing aerial overtime goal to clinch the overtime, but maybe a bit weaker. However, now we have, I think, Jamsey and Ruben clashing horns, Invert and Dolphins clashing, and then Oscar and Matt potentially clashing. So this is a lot more, I'd say, equal sided in terms of both teams. So it'll be a very interesting one to get underway, as I believe all the players are currently in the lobby. So with a quick go and seeing if the teams will join, which they hopefully do, I think this is going to once again be an absolute blender of a game, which I'm very happy because obviously in previous games of the BEC season, as I think Matt still hasn't joined Team Ruben. That's unfortunate. Depending how quickly he doesn't do so. Come on, Matt. Matt, wake up. Matt, wake up. There we go. Right. I would consider this fine.
I mean,
Yeah, we're
sure.
fine.
I guess let's go. Let's carry on. Sure, why not? Nothing.
Yes. So, obviously in the BEC season, sometimes you have star performing teams going up against maybe some of the weaker teams. For, I don't know, for example, we'll say Luxonate Esports, for example, going against the Bronze League Badgers and just absolutely smashing them 4-0. Little bit of a bad time to cast because you need to kind of just watch one team dominating for a few games and then make up some jokes in the mid team. However, the games we had yesterday and the games we just had in series number 1, there's plenty to talk about on the field. You don't have any time to make up stories. If you're not casting, then you're definitely not doing your job right. I say that as I'm going on about a story. Let me just switch to play-by-play. Ball bouncing off to the sidewall. Dolphins will pick it up. Unable to find it is Ruben, but Invert once more hitting it into the same sidewall. Jamsey's up, hits it on target. Matt flicks it away to the corner. Oscar charging forward, gets a 50 with Matt, landing in the middle for Invert, who pop it into the back right corner for Team Jamsey. Hitting it forward. Wave dashing to try and get onto it, but not before Ruben can land his wheels onto it.
Oh.
Dolphins hitting it over his own net and Oscar getting a touch onto it. Gets it by Dolphins, does Matt, but Jamsey is... God, I've not done that once yet! Damn it! Jamsey will be on the end of it and will once more find himself in the corner to bring it up the wall. Ball line green down. Dolphins gets the angle! I think it was going off the crossbar anyway, but an amazing attempt in its own right. 3-man 50, I believe, which is technically 33.3 repeating, but we'll move on. Ruben heading it into his own corner. Oscar off the corner, but Jamsey was rotating out and Dolphins wasn't there on time. Once again, Jamsey finds himself in the 50. Dolphins will go up the sidewall, hit it onto the backboard for Invert to try and make it. Dolphins sneaks into the bottom left! I think Invert maybe thought it was safe to just let that go by because it wasn't in, but Dolphins aerialing still onto the ball.
No.
Back in the Octane of all things. Maybe the Fennec and the Batmobile not working out in his favour. Bringing it back to the basic car that we all know and love. And that is a goal for Team Jamsey. In 2 minutes gone. Things are looking very good for the team that are coming back off a hot win.
Oh, yeah, unfortunate on Inver there. Double jumping, unfortunately missing the ball as that allowed Dolphins to complete its double touch. And we find Team Jamsey leading the game again as Dolphins goes for a flip reset double touch. Unfortunately getting beat out by 2 of the defenders on the backboard. Just not going to allow him the chance. Pass over to Oscar, just gone over to the side. Inver controlling the ball. Oscar gets the dunk on Inver. Dolphins takes the ball to the corner. Bullies Matt out of the ball. Jamsey there.
Whoa.
Shot on
Whoa.
target. And Jamsey has just put his team 2 goals up.
Just in
What's
case
happened here?
Team Ruben have forgot, there is a roof on the field in Rocket League, and you can sometimes use it to do things like that, smacking it off the roof down to the bottom right, and that's a second for Team Jamsey, and part of it might be due to the fact that they are coming off the back of a 7-game warm-up, whereas I'm not sure how active Team Ruben have been. However, the captain for said team trying to get an early goal there. Oscar keeping the hit away from Invert, but yes, things could be playing crucial in the favour of Team Jamsey. It's a mix between warming up and getting burned out. Hit there from Jamsey off the sidewall, not going in. Dolphins onto the backboard. Jamsey jumps up for it, but Invert is there to clear it away. Can he find a pinch onto the sidewall? He can to hit it forward, as you say, to his own teammate Oscar Meister. And it'll be an interesting one because if Team Jamsey are the ones that qualify, we'll have another team rematch in the form of Dolphins, currently active captain and leader for Leeds Legion, and Vilas, soon to be a Leeds Legion player, I believe, who is now going to the college next season. So eyes will be on him. Jamsey off the backboard, Dolphins with a tap in. And honestly, I thought Jamsey was going to go for a little bit of a steal there and potentially save it. But he backs off. He realises that this game is maybe a bit more important than last, and will allow Dolphins to get the easy tap in. 3 goals now, with not a lot of time for Team Ruben to get back into it. Things are looking dire for the team in green.
Yeah, definitely for Team Ruben not having scored a goal may have an effect on the mentality, but you've got to let it not affect them. Obviously, this is, I guess you could say, this is their warm-up game, so if we want to see the real Team Ruben, we'll probably have to wait for the next game or the game after. But at this moment in time, if Team Ruben don't step it up, Team Jamsey may be looking to take the second win of today and secure their top 2 spot.
Yeah, just taking a quick look at the points as well. Dolphins on near 500, Jamsey mid 300. Oscar not many, to be honest, but Matt, Ruben and Enver all in the 100 point ranges. Dolphins and Jamsey both individually have more points than their entire team pretty much, and that's definitely not a good thing when you have 3-star players such as Ruben, Enver, Matt on the team. So Team Jamsey definitely keeping them quiet so far in game number 1 here, and if they're looking to make an impact, Team Ruben need to start trying to get onto the end of the balls a lot more, as Ruben will pass it off to the backboard. Matt can't find the flick into the goal. Jamsey meeting Invert on the sidewall, lingering in the corner, gets a bump onto Invert to keep it away. Ruben misses the ball away from Dolphins, but Matt collects it, gets a 50 with Oscar. Big hit forward by Jamsey. Dolphins can't get on the end of it, but it's a soft touch and it falls to Jamsey. And in a similar fashion to Series 1, just absolute domination for Team Jamsey against their opponents. But if we're, the bump as well, I never even noticed. But if we're going to be looking at how the similarities of Series 1 go, you've got to be thinking, maybe Ruben coming to games 2 and 3, might end up losing a game 7. Are we just in the Matrix, Sushi? Is it going to be a similar fashion to day number 1 of the tournament, where everything's just a match of the series beforehand?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, the players seem to be very similar in skill, but for me, I think Ruben might be a tiny bit better. Team Ruben might be a tiny bit better, but at the moment, it's looking to be like the same as game 1 of the previous series, where Jamsey's team was just dominating. Look at Jam.
9 shots. More than everyone else on the field combined? Yep. So, I mean, 2 of them going in, 1 of them being an assist, but just absolute pressure for Jamsey of his own. And again, we were saying Team Ruben, just all of them so very quiet. And, I mean, I think definitely all players are able to stand up in their own right, and for Ruben, Matt and Invert to be quiet and allow Team Jamsey to run away with it in game 1 could be their warm-up game, as you said, but hopefully not going to be telling for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
We're now loading into game 2 on Urban Central, so it's Team Ruben with all the difference to make compared to the game 1 result. The question is, can they do it, Sushi?
Yeah, as you can see, Team Ruben start with the attack on the half. Invert gets center, gets past Jamsey. No one there to follow up. Jamsey taking it low in his corner, in just slowly kicking up. Also manages to steal from Jamsey somehow. And I'll take that, and that definitely works in their favor as Ruben scored the first goal for Team Ruben. Oscar with a pass. Oh no.
Another unfortunate one from. So that I'm hoping this series doesn't turn into who can make the more defensive passes, either Oscar or Ruben, to the opposing team, because we definitely saw a lot of that from the green-sided captain in yesterday's matches. However, that is 1 goal in favour of Team Ruben, and again, if we're going to be following the way that the last series went, it will be a close win for Team Ruben now, and I will start reconsidering that life is in fact just a simulation if we do just have a repeat result. However, Team Jamsey will not be looking to let that happen. We'll be looking to break into game 2 here. Hit from Oscar keeps it away from Ruben. Pop into the middle by Matt. Hit back forward by Jamsey. Will get 50'd by Dolphins and Ruben, who only has 16 boost, plays it forward. Matt gets up for it, has 2 defenders to work with, can't quite get the shot on goal, and Ruben's shot is saved because it was slow, and now the counter-attacking pressure, Oscar not finding the pinch he's looking for, I believe, as Jamsey slaps it into the upper side of the wall. Now Oscar hunting down Ruben's shot. That's much better than previous. Jamsey up for inverts 50. Ruben needs to be careful if he's safe because he might play it into Jamsey, but does well. Dolphins hanging away from invert. Is lingering across goal, but Matt is easy enough to get up for it. Hit forward by Jamsey, but Oscar's in the net and Dolphins is playing third man, so there was no one to get on the end of that one. Dolphins now taking the ball himself. Tries to get a third touch back to Jamsey, but can't. Ruben pops it forward. Oscar needs to be wary of the 50. Plays it behind him, which is extremely dangerous, but it pays off. Running up the side wall. Dolphins now. Misses his aerial. Oscar plays it forward. Matt drops it for Dolphins of all people. Bouncing off the waterfall section. Invert will play it to the side to keep it away from a lurking Jamsey in the midfield, but is now hunting down Ruben. Can he get one more by Invert? He can't. A lot of pressure there for Team Jamsey, but none of it paying off as Ruben, by the skin of their teeth, come away without a goal being scored on them.
Yeah, and I mean, I like to see Team finally get the run, but I mean, it's only Ruben with the shots. Invert and Matt just seem to let Ruben take, and oh, so close shot from Oscar by Ruben.
Oscar
hits mid.
Oscar,
Mid
no!
again?
No, Oscar!
No, another double pass from Oscar this time. Gets the pass Jamsey, then hits it straight to Ruben. And that's the second goal. Once again caused by Oscar's pass. Oh, that's so unfortunate if you're on Jamsey, it's so unfortunate.
I mean, I'm assuming the team comms are don't worry about it, shake it off and etc, but I don't think the wise words of his teammates are really going to disable Oscar from thinking about that one for very long. However, did have an absolute blinder in some of the games in the previous series, so 1 game of defensive errors followed by more of absolute physical bumps, good redirects, passes. Oscar's got a lot of time to show himself as Jamsey getting a double demo on 2 players in the midfield, but the last remaining player of Invert is there to get it. Jamsey hits it forward though, Ruben plays it sideways. Dolphins still backing out for boost as the ball over Oscar. Redirect by, I think that was Invert, gets hit away by Jamsey. Has no boost to 50, Oscar coming across as well. Dolphins controls the ball on the backboard with 1 touch. Air dribbling forward, but not a lot of boost, but does get a sideways 50. That's Oscar completely out of the game, and Jamsey's left and he's owned by Matt. Oscar gets back into the game to keep things away for now. Gets a 50 onto Invert, his own teammate. Jamsey, come up the wall, can only hit it so far as Matt. Oscar, well, didn't get to the corner to be safe. Invert plays it once more into the corner. Jamsey finally getting the danger away. Dolphins coming forward, misreads the bounce. Falls to Oscar, but it's off the sidewall. Matt's up. I believe that's Invert hunting down Jamsey in the sidewall. Doesn't get a demo on him, but I think did enough to keep him away from a good hit. Ruben, climbing to the midfield. Invert's up. Hit on goal. Dolphins there for the easy save. Jamsey picks up the boost. Swings round. 50 by Dolphins. Doesn't go the way of Matt. Jamsey, though, underneath the ball for a potential redirect. Can't get onto the end of it. Off the ceiling. Jamsey and Oscar both missed. Dolphins need to play third man. Can't come forward for it. takes time into the corner, up for it, gets it by 1. Jamsey trying to get it once more to Dolphins, can't find the 50 against Invert. Ball's coming forward. Oscar on the ball, huge
Oh.
50, and it's just not been Oscar's game. As I said, he's had absolutely great games in the last series, but this one, definitely not a highlight reel for the third man from Wake.
Ruben just dunking on Oscar Meister. Get his third goal. Ruben seems to be linked with Oscar really well this game. It's unfortunate to see they're not on the same team, as you know this has scored 3 goals in Oscar Meister's net. But looking to see a fourth from his teammate as well. It's over for this game. Series is 1-1. It seems to me it might be a repeat of the game before.
Absolutely. A dominant performance for Jamsey. Dominant performance for Ruben. So, essentially a best of 5 going into next game with both teams extremely warmed up. But, yeah, it's an odd one. Obviously, some of the errors mostly coming from Oscar Meister. Unfortunate. But again, Jamsey on the bottom of the board for his team when you expect him to be usually much higher. 9 shots in the previous game is... that's almost one good attempt on goal, which, if not overtime, would have bounced onto the backboard and potentially been picked up by a teammate. But 4 goes down, 0 seconds on the clock. A little bit late, so yeah, coming to game 3, both teams looking good, every player looking good. Maybe a bit of a low light for Oscar, but we've seen what he can do, so I think it's just coming into game 3. Every player in the field needs to step up and focus and not make those defensive mistakes that we saw from Team Jamsey.
Yeah, in these first 2 games, both teams have shut out, which I think with the score as well, both games have been 4-0. Has it? If so, then well, if teams need to figure out how to come back from the games, as you know, Ruben's team coming up with shots compared to Jamsey's just measly 4, and yeah, both the team need to figure out how to come back from losing situation. At the moment, they haven't shown that yet against each other.
Yeah, a little bit of an extended break as some players are away for a toilet break. You'd think they'd do it before the series, but can't really blame them. It has been 2 games. A lot can change in 10 minutes.
Yep.
For example, the fact that we've seen one team dominating and the other, and that's only 5-minute intervals, so who really knows? But I suppose me and Sushi will just chat absolute random nonsense in the meantime. So, I don't know, based on the performances we've been seeing so far, either team really standing out so far? We've had 2 4-0s, and we've seen every player in the field play great and then play a bit worse. So it's a matter of consistency. Who do we think it's going to be?
I can't say right because both of them have been fairly inconsistent for the first games of the series. Obviously we can say Jamsey's team have. Oh no, another Matt's again.
Phew.
I have to do one. Yeah. See, Jamsey's team was consistent. Otherwise, they would have had better win over team. Oh, I forgot the name. Team Turner. There we go. But yeah, excited to see what happens this game. Dolphins go pre-flip past Oscar, hits it to the side, but goes straight to Matt. Missed the ball. Seems to he just went AFK for a bit on that aerial. I thought maybe his lag. Oh no!
I mean, that was kind of a long time coming. That pot from Dolphins, Jamsey unable to find. I say unable to find the goal. That's a very deliberate hit to the backboard to probably bait out the keepers, which shows a very good mental state from Jamsey, not to just immediately go for the goal with 2 keepers, but instead pass at the backboard and let your teammate score with none. And then score a kickoff goal immediately after as your reward for your good passing karma. Well, I mean, Game 1, Ruben's team had the excuse of not being warmed up. Game 2, Jamsey's team really didn't have an excuse because they're definitely warmed up and just kind of let things slip. But coming into Game 3, definitely a much better performance from Team Jamsey, and we've previously said that whenever Jamsey's on the bottom of the team, unless Oscar's carrying, which I don't know about you, Sushi, I think he definitely didn't last game. If Jamsey's on the bottom, it means that he's not involved and is the star player for your team. Needs to maybe start trying to get into the game more, and the pass goal to Dolphins followed by the next immediate kickoff goal, definitely a lot more active here on game 3 as Dolphins carrying the ball onto his backboard. Pinch of Ruben, falls in the middle for Invert. Oscar can't find the save. Dolphins does, but it's off the post again, and Matt's too close to get the goal. Oscar misses the ball. Matt's on it, goes too far over the ball. It's going to be it's not going to be a booming clear for Jams. It's going to be a dribbled clear. Gets it by Invert. Now Dolphins definitely cannot find the angle on that. Ball pop it over Ruben though, gets a good save. Oscar's up, passes it backwards. I suppose it falls to Dolphins, but it would a little bit of a kissing moment between Jamsey and Oscar. You love to see it. Yeah, Oscar picks up the back left boost. Battling Invert, but not enough as Invert finds a dominant 50 into the right side of the goal.
Yeah, absolutely making it look like as if, you know, couldn't have done anything. And he really couldn't, because Invert put in an awful situation where, you know, the goal to be scored. Good job on Invert, but now we do have a game on our hands. Steve, pin? Anybody gonna say? Okay, it wasn't going. I was just gonna say they're not just going for that, but yeah, we can find. Can we see the power? Oh, stop it, Dolphin. Matt going up for the ball. It's good once again, doing the double jump of the side into the corner thing. I've seen him do that many times last series. All happen when that don't double jump there to try and pinch it. Anyway, Inver gets the off of Dolphin. Can he get a similar touch, but into the net? He hits it over. Invert for the ball. Jamsey denying an opportunity to clear the ball. Like the Dolphin, they keep the pressure on well. The 6 shots to 3 and double the goals. So, is he pumping Dolphins away from the ball? Everything's going smooth right now, but the orange team, yellow team players back in the offense. Invert with the shot. Readering it to the corner, could not touch. And we have a tie game.
I'm trying to think if Oscar didn't hit that, if Dolphins had it. I don't believe he did.
No.
No chance.
No chance.
Oscar had to try and get something onto the ball, but sadly only speeds it up into the top right of his own net. And now, after a 4-0 for one team and a 4-0 for the other, we're now tied up at 2-2. So, again, not quite following the timeline of previous, but we are having a much closer game as we usually do as Dolphins fakes away from Invert. Ball into the corner from Ruben. We'll play it off the sidewall. Invert backing out as Oscar steadily has the ball, bouncing off the backboard. Jamsey chasing it. Will pick up the boost to deny much pressure from the white man, who is not the captain, previously knocked out by the teammate he's currently going against. Invert jumping off the ball, dodges onto it, gets it towards Matt, but it's a little bit too far, and Oscar gets it forward. Jamsey controls it, drops the ball though and can't get the flick, so Matt will pick up the pieces. Oscar off the backboard. Dolphins not quick enough to get onto the end of Ruben's hit. However, great touch will keep it away from 2 of the players. Matt will play it above him, but Jamsey's up, plays it himself, gets a dodge onto the ball, it's linking across the net. Ruben finds the hit away. Ball now bouncing off the sidewall. Dolphins fakes out Ruben. Yes, this is Invert, but Matt, the final stand, will keep it away. And that was a very good solo play from Dolphins, just 2 out of 3. But that third man able to stop the entire attack is now Invert bringing it forward, can only find Dolphins. Maybe take it away from Jamsey. Oscar finds a save, but things are still very much dangerous. Matt's up for it, thinks it middle, but Invert wasn't close enough. We'll hit it off to the backboard. Ruben up to the side. Matt jumps up, can only meet Jamsey's save. Pinch hit from 2 teammates into the middle, hit away by Oscar. Boost in positioning is waning for Team Jamsey, but they finally get a big clear. But only as far as Ruben. I believe there was someone on sidewall. Jamsey was, but he was too close. Oscar, back off his own sidewall. Can't find the next touch, but Jamsey, finally big clear. Oscar from Invert! Oh! It's off both posts, and it will be a clincher for Team Invert to get... clincher for Team Ruben with Invert getting away with it. Now Jamsey Dolphins both on the ball! You don't know who's going to hit it. And the last moment Dolphins comes away from it. Jamsey snipes it in. And that is a very close goal. I think Matt was blocking Dolphins. Maybe they knew that. Jamsey takes the hit, gets it in, and takes the lead with only 21 seconds left.
Yeah, you see that on the opposite team. You're saying to yourself, why they both are double committed? But I genuinely think maybe Dolphins was deliberately just to pick out the last defender. whether it was or not, it worked, and with another shot on, and he's killed. I'd say anything happened, but seems to me he's just killed the win game.
I believe with not a lot of seconds left on the clock, Ruben just going for some sort of big pinch into the ceiling to try and get it forward, but has done what we expected of him and passed it to the opponents. However, I don't fully blame him given the lack of time and the 1-goal deficit. However, 0 seconds on the clock, Oscar and Invert meeting into the corner. Jamsey playing it down. Late goal for Matt would have been, if not for the hit off the floor. But game 3 will go the way of Team Jamsey. We've had Jamsey, Ruben, Jamsey. Is the next one going to be Ruben? We'll have to find out. But that is a lot of points for Jamsey and Dolphins compared to last performance. And Team Ruben doing well enough for the points department, but the 2 goals sliding the way of Team Jamsey being the difference maker in the end.
Yeah, right at the beginning. If that's what you're mentioning, like right at the beginning, that definitely put them on the page. If they, this just shows that Team Ruben have to be alert even right at the beginning of the game, because Team G will not show any mercy in the first few seconds of the game, as they will start the attack as soon as they can. And yeah, as we go on to Tokyo for game 4, is it? Yeah. Game 4.
Indeed, and wow, I mean, again, Caster Zappa is very happy to cast a bunch of Game 7 overtimes, but good lord, it is going to drag on if it will. However, as you say, we are now loading into Game 4. If we're going with the I win, you win, I win, so this game will potentially go the way of Team Ruben, but that entirely depends on the dominant performance we've seen from Team Jamsey, standing the test of time as Ruben dominates Oscar on the kick-off, but does fall to Jamsey. Will jump up for it, meets Matt though, falling in the midfield, Invert up for it. Now in a 1v1 with Dolphins, potentially gets a flip reset. I don't think he did, and Dolphins, I think very fortunate that he didn't get the flip reset, because I think if he did, he definitely had it past them. Oscar can't get the dribble into the net as Invert, very good 50 against Jamsey, will land onto the ball again. Will fly into the ceiling now as Ruben, shot on goal, is off the post and it goes wide. Jamsey will flip onto it, meets it with Invert, but it's linking across the box. Dolphins and Oscar both jump for it. It will land into the corner from Dolphins hit. Hit into the middle by Invert. Beautiful pass and sniped into the bottom right as Oscar went for a boost at the inopportune moment. And it's an easy goal for Team Ruben.
Yeah, I mean, they have the pressure. You see the Team Jam's be starting to become a little bit in a bit of a shambles as Dolphins not double committing for the hit to the corner, which ended up being the touch for the pass from in to Ruben, and Team Ruben now leading within the first minute of the game. Dolphins only getting the shot, but demo Ruben. Damsey keeps the ball central mid, one going for it. Jam feels free, he can go for the ball. Nearly gets the read, but unfortunate as Ruben was on that ball. Dolphins passed over to potentially Oscar, but read by Ruben, I believe it was. Oscar straight to Dolphins, changing the pace of the match. And excuse me, what are they?
I mean, that's a ridiculous pass from Oscar, given the performance of the previous game.
Oh,
but the one 2 games ago. And then Dolphins finding the angle from the pass onto the backboard from himself. Does tie up the game, as now to kick off. Blasted by Jamsey on the cheat. Everett will hit to the sidewall. Potentially something from Ruben. Can't quite get onto it. Oscar will take it into the corner himself. Misses the hit though. Invert into the middle. Jamsey clears it into the sky. Is anyone up for it? No, Oscar's waiting for it to come back down, and Ruben will be there to make the save. Matt will be there to try and get the dribble. Big 50 towards goal. That is enough for Dolphins to take on. However, Ruben ping at the sidewall. Oscar and Jamsey both jumping up for it. Little few defensive mistakes again, but they get away with it for now. Oscar, plenty of time on the ball, will take it slow. Baits out Matt, gets a 50 to himself in the corner. Jamsey though, definitely lost out in the 50 there to Ruben. However, Dolphins on the backboard, able to read that soft roll up the wall. Goes for 50 with Invert, does well. Matt bounces it mid, Jamsey's up for it, but so is Ruben and will deny the shot on goal attempt, as there'll be a little bit of a bump in the corner. Oscar hang it forward. Is anyone up for it? Invert, soft touch on goal. Dolphins bouncing off into the corner. It's a little bit too far for him to go into it, but Jamsey trying to find the angle, and Ruben, depending on the way Jamsey hit that, could have potentially put it into his own net, but gets away with it. Ruben fake!
Oh no.
Jamsey can't get onto the end of it. I can't tell if Ruben faked this or if he just absolutely mucked up his car. Oh, Jamsey swished onto him, and I think Dolphins wasn't quite expecting it, and it snuck into the bottom right because Jamsey overjumped, and once again a very close attempt into the bottom right, but Ruben's team come away with a 1-goal lead once again.
Yeah, and from Jamdi, he upon Ruben. His teammates unfortunately didn't read that as well. His teammates unfortunately didn't read that properly and caused the goal to come out. But we have Team Ruben head again, but with the shot saved by Jams. Ruben passing it away, takes a shot, just hits it just off the crossbar. Fortunate. Pass into Matt. Matt 50s both of the defense, but Jamsy to clear the ball to save 1v1 against. Oh, takes it under Ruben. What a play from Jamsy, the 1v1 goal.
It's not even a 1v1, it's a 1v2. Ruben is there in the midfield, but pre-jumps and the pinch to zoom it past Invert. I mean, what a goal from Jamsy. Standout solo performance, captain of the team for a reason. And once again, tied back up at 2-2. Ball link in the midfield. Dolphins getting faked out by Invert. Now has the ball. We'll drag it forward. Past to Ruben.
What a
beautiful team goal. And just like that, we were tied up. And immediately after, we're once again in the Ruben show. Beautiful pass from Invert. Beats out Oscar. And that's been 5 goals in 3 minutes 20 seconds. And still a lot to play here on Neo Tokyo.
Yeah, you know, it's just a play coming up. Ruben there. Keep this up, they can only take the win again. They've alternating and another shot. Invert putting his team on back, taking the shots. What a play.
I mean, a huge 50 from Ruben into the corner. And then all the time in the world has Invert in the middle as Dolphins rotating back out the corner. Oscar not close enough to deal with it. And it's a smack under the crossbar and a 4 for Team Ruben. And now, the 1-goal deficit. Again, not the most comfortable place to be in. However, it's a bit like sleeping on a bit of a wonky bed compared to one with spikes on it. You now have 2 goals down with 1 minute 20 left on the clock. Jamsey can't beat out the hit from Matt. Oscar now back onto the ball. Pop from Jamsey, taking it maybe away from Oscar. I just feel like this game, there's not been that much communication between maybe Team Jamsey, and that's an absolutely huge 50. And with 3 goals now on the side of the team in green, things are just falling away for Team Jamsey. And this game,
It was a dunk.
based on the I win, you win strategy, we were expecting this one to maybe go the way of Team Ruben. However, once more in a very dominant fashion compared to the last 2. Don't get me wrong, there's still a minute to score 3 and anything is possible, and it's now a minute to score 2 as Oscar, from the pass from Jamsey to Dolphins, takes it by 2 and slams it near post away from Ruben.
Jesus, that's
a phenomenal goal to try and get back into this game, Sushi.
Yeah, just went top goal. That was just perfect placement from there. And mention that Ruben seems to have taken on Jamsey and Dolphins' role as the main point for Team Jam, but now Ruben having the 2-star players. Invert seeming to pop as well. As you can see, Ruben already central looking for the pass, but now chasing away as nice that goes for him, and Invert just scored on his teammate.
Fantastic goal, but don't get me wrong, where is the defense? Like,
I
know
think
we
Oscar
saw
Master
Oscar
went
just
for the
rotating
bump.
in there. Jamsey's probably somewhere. Great goal by Invert, but you've really got to wonder, someone for Team Jamsey should be up for that. I'm assuming just the positioning was a little bit off and they just physically couldn't. However, that is rather unfortunate for them.
Yeah, I would probably say Oscar Meister should have gone for that ball, as instead he opted to put the demo on, and then backed out of the demo, and then realized, oh no, my teammate's about to score this, and then, well, I say my teammate, my
We know what it
real
means, they've got
teammate.
different colour strips, but
Yes.
same organisations.
Yes.
It's the interesting
but-
aspect of Faultline.
But once again, a team with double these goals, as I believe Team Jamsey won 4-2 now. This team. Team Ruben winning 6-3. Scores now 2-2, Zappa. We're back. We're down best of 3 again.
I feel like we've been here before. Not quite in a similar situation as Team Turner did win games 2 and 3 in quick succession. However, that's another 6-3. We've had quite a few of them in the fault line so far. But yeah, so again, Jamsey, Ruben. So Jamsey's going to win this one, Ruben's going to win that, and then it's up to Ruben to break the streak for Game 7 is my expectations. However, as always, tis Rocket League, tis fault line. Who knows what's going to happen as the players load into a very desolate game of Wasteland, where last time out, demos were high, physical plays were aplenty. And we'll have to see if the same kind of game plan will follow suit as now Dolphins and the Dominus. So a quick switch of game style for him.
Seems to be the flakes of BSCC, obviously going as ridiculous as, you know, some of the most used cars in the game, whereas he...
And I'll see him in the Scarab, I don't care. Or the Backfire, that's always
Dolphins, if you're listening, go take the Scarab.
Dolphins, if you're listening, don't be, and also please, God, don't go in the Scarab. I'd rather you win this. I'd rather you lose this game knowing that you're bad, rather than.
Oh,
I mean, I say that's what happens when he's not in the Scarab. I'd rather you lose this game based on the other opponent's having skill and not your excuse of, oh, I was in the Scarab. That's not what we want. Anyway, ball it forward. Dolphins not finding the clear. Ruben on it. Dolphins is falling, and Jamsey managing to keep it away from, I believe that was Matt in the midfield. I couldn't quite see because I was too busy clenching my butt cheeks, as that was a very close one for Team Jamsey. However, they have gotten away with it. Popped forward by the captain himself, and now Oscar playing up and into the corner. Ball lingering down. No one on for it though for Team Jamsey's. Oscar has all the time in the world, but the shot will be saved by Ruben as he watched the positioning of Oscar and got ready for it. Ball lingering up the sidewall. Dolphins gets a hit on it. Can't find a second, but Oscar can't find the redirection at the goal, but keeps possession for now. Hit away from Matt, and also Jamsey, a little bit of a ghost hit there, I think, so unfortunate for him. Pop on goal, huge save from Dolphins to keep this game level so far. Ball into the midfield, Ruben hits at the sidewall behind Jamsey and Oscar, so very close situation there. If Ruben maybe got a little bit of a more sideways pass on that, could have found Matt in the midfield. Faked off, is invert by Jamsey. Open goal for Oscar, hits at the crossbar.
Oh my!
Puts it in, but then finds the wonder save afterwards. Good lord, what's going on?
That's havoc. I'm so scared.
Smable's at its finest.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, just going kind of ping pong right now. Dolphins hit into backboard for Oscar, but the backboard defenders just take the clear. But Jamsey's always there, isn't he? Always on as the third man, just to keep the rotations going. As well as the second man, Jamsey is just showing off why he was chosen cap. Just everywhere on the field, denying Ruben's team's opportunity to do anything, allowing Dolphins to do like that, just keeping the pressure on. Oscar, not quite as good though. Oh, Jamsey passes to Ruben, but Dolphins to get the save. For the pass to Jamsey, invert.
Oh no,
Intercepting this
Ruben.
Down to invert.
Huge save by Oscar!
That was a very good play, but unfortunately I would have probably gone past there. Dolphins looking for the
Okay, right. I was gonna say, but since he switched to the Dominus, Dolphins has been hitting flip resets and everything galore, and to read the backboard hit with a pre-jump aerial, this is definitely a peak Dolphins we're seeing this game, and it is very much a problem for Team Ruben. The fact that it's only one goal for Team Jamsey when they've had 6 shots to Team Ruben's 2. I mean, we've seen how many of them have just about gone over the goal line, touched the crossbar, been saved off the line by a member of Team Ruben. I mean, it's one goal in it, and we've previously said, oh, the one goal is the only thing separating these teams. No, this one goal is not showing how powerful Team Jamsey have been this game. And Team Ruben need to wake up and jump back into this game if they don't want it to just be a Jamsey, Ruben switch of games. And now, with a big hit forward, Jamsey hitting it sideways, Ruben waiting on it. Dolphins though for the 50 in the middle. Oscar tap on goal! And again, Dolphins is there for a huge 50 into the midfield.
Yeah, Ruben once again getting the play close to each other. But man pushed way far up and caught off about 50. With Ruben and Dolphins going straight to Oscar Knight, scoring on a 2 goals up for Team Jam. Oh my, that was havoc.
As always. 2 goals, 2 in the advantage of Team Jamsey. 1 minute on the clock. Triple fall by Matt, 50'd. And Invert cannot beat out Jamsey. Ruben jumping up for it, pinches it down. Dolphins up for it, gets it by Matt, lands on the wall as well. Just in terms of positioning and ball hits, it's been a phenomenal game for Dolphins, and if it can still in this form for the next game, Team Ruben definitely have an issue. As the ball getting 50'd by Oscar, lands in the midfield. Ruben will carry it, flicks it deep. Jamsey just about getting on the end of it and gets down with Freud's troubles by Ruben. Dolphins smacking it forward, and please don't tell me that's in. No, it's off the backboard, but Oscar can't get it down enough. Jamsey popping it up. Dolphins will go for it, but will meet Invert. Ball falls to the middle though for Jamsey. It's above the crossbar, it's down! And Ruben will clear it into the sidewall, but there's not a lot of time for 2 goals. Less than 15 seconds left. Jamsey keeping the ball up and high to deny pressure. Dolphins just hang on to the backboard. And unless there's going to be some sort of amazing pinch slamming it into the goal, that will be game 5 going the way of Team Jamsey. And that is match point for them. So if Ruben want to follow the I win, you win strategy, they will have game 6, but it's definitely going to be a close one from the way that we just saw Team Jamsey play there. Another shutout, 0 goals for Team Ruben. Not what you want to see in the later half of the series.
Yeah, Invert having to leave just for a technical hit may have the momentum unadvisedly. Maybe Team Jamsey might be getting a bit restless with the technical break and force, which could in turn help Team Ruben. But honestly, if Team Jamsey can keep up that pressure, they can take the whole thing in the next game.
Absolutely. An assist for Jamsey, a goal for Oscar, and 1 apiece for Dolphins, including the 4 shots and just the infinite amount of pressure we saw from him. On the side of Ruben, 1 save each, 3 shots for Ruben, 1 for Matt, and 2 for Invert. So nothing coming from them. The shutout, of course. And yeah, I mean, we've seen close games between these teams. We've seen dominant ones. That was another one for Team Jamsey. So coming to the game 6, it's a matter of how things are going to go. Team Jamsey have all joined their teams. I feel like they have forgotten that Invert is currently not ready. So they will now engage in the forever sacred Lightning Dance. Invert has joined. The Lightning Dance has worked. Praise be to the God of Thunder himself. I was going to say... I'm trying to think of like someone else that's God of Thunder that isn't 4, because obviously that's too easy. Zeus is a bit easy as well.
There we go. Oh well. Either way, as into game 6 on Olympia Coliseum, Matt the ball to the backboard, Oscar clearing the ball, Ruben hitting it back, gets bumped by
Huge save!
What a save from Jamsey. He's doing really well saving those shots, being a moving player. Oscar Meister going for the demo on his teammates, which helps Dolphins get a goal.
Oh,
Oscar
no.
Meister, just absolutely relentless behavior from him.
Demo Oscar is back. Everybody, hide your octanes, hide your dominuses.
He never went.
Man's out for blood.
He never went away from us.
He never went away. He just took like a short break. Who was that? Was that Ruben trying to smack into Jamsey as well? I mean, we're no longer on a wasteland, but apparently this is the game of Argy Bargy Savage plays. But we'll have to see how the game continues as Matt plays it off the sidewall. Dolphins hits it forward. Oscar, I think was trying to find Dolphins, but I think Dolphins was going for a bump.
Again.
Shot on goal, not on target for Jamsey. As Invert now has to defend against Dolphins hit. It's over him as well. Goal was already in, but it's Oscar that will find it. And to be fair, that's a bit of a return for the Dolphins-Oscar combination after the last one. So fair enough to him. But that's kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch your situation. But I mean, Sushi, this is meant to be Ruben's game. This is game 6. It's meant to be Jamsey Ruben, but it's been a very dominant performance to the side in yellow so far. And Ruben and co need to shake things up and try and make different plays, because clearly whatever's going on right now, it's just Oscar and Dolphins just having an absolute ball of it.
Yeah, start like changing what to do. As I said, you know, whatever they're doing just isn't working, and you can definitely see Invert playing a little differently, as he has taken a more offensive position as he did last. But once again, I have to say, Jamsey, they like to take the lead early on. I think whenever Team Jamsey have scored, they have won the game. Obviously, cite me if I'm wrong, but from what I see, Team Jamsey like working with them from there, and Ruben gets past. I've Ruben done better there. Yeah. Team Jamsey just takes invert, spawns, and yeah, unable to save. It's forcing Jamsey to shoot at far post, and it's 3 goals up.
Yeah, I think it was always going to be a difficult one for Ruben coming off of the respawn, but kind of went for that like half and half situation you never want to be in Rocket League. Kind of came towards the ball, but then like turned off going for a 50, where he could have just stayed on the goal line. However, Matt rather, dragging the ball forward, trying to get a hit on goal.
Oh
Matt, no! Someone save that, please God, save that. Whew, sparing the blushes of Mafelmu before that can be a absolutely terrible own goal. Trying his best sushi impression. He is watching. He's trying to rate the attempt. However, was saved away by the man himself, and now Oscar, keeping the pressure alive, will play it down. Has a shot on goal, but it's soft, and Invert will have an easy save, playing at his own corner. Hit forward. Further than Jamsey was anticipating. Will come off it so that Dolphins can have a shot. Ruben Blink decided, well, won't find a second. Matthew, I'm going to start calling him that by accident now. Matt jumping up for it. Bump onto Invert by Jamsey. Oscar run the ball, no boost, but plenty of time to make something work for it. I think got called for a pass by Dolphins, but wasn't able to get it. Ball hit deep mid. Invert getting onto the end of it. Matt potentially getting 50 by Dolphins, but gets demoed by the team captain Ruben for his troubles. Down to the backboard. Someone's up for it. It's Oscar actually getting onto the end of it. Invert takes it away from Oscar and Dolphins, so now Jamsey kind of stuck defending, but Invert misses the pass. And that could be crucial, as I think Team Jamsey, maybe not a lot of boost right now. We're getting suffocated, but now have the advantage in their court before Ruben gets that clear away, before he gets demoed. Dolphins now on the ball. Fakes out Ruben, and a 1v2 goes for the keeper. And to be fair, I think even if he got Matt, Invert probably had it, so bit of an interesting choice, but not as much of an interesting choice, just slamming it into the top right, to be fair. Once again, another beautiful passing play from the right wing from Jamsey. Pops it mid, Dolphins is there, 3 keepers and not one can get it. Matt and Ruben even having a bit of a smash in the middle of the air. And Dolphins, Jamie and Oscar running away with the game here with 1 minute left on the clock, 4 goals. Ruben and his team need a miracle to get back into game 6 here.
Yeah, obviously both teams have gone on scoreless for Ruben. They haven't scored since 2 games ago, so if I remember correctly. Matt being a bit toxic, as certainly does not like to get demoed at a situation when they're 4 goals down, a minute to go. But if Team Ruben aren't able to get a goal pretty quickly, and yeah, it seems to me that Team Jamsey they can series in 6. Yeah,
Dolphins driving across
maybe
Invert, they're denying his jump up for the ball. Be it deliberate or not, it was still rather funny. 30 seconds now left on the clock for Team Ruben to score 4. To be fair, that's a demo on the keeper. Ball bouncing off the backboard. Ruben, open net.
Oh no!
It misses! Sushi, thoughts on the open net miss?
I rate it. I think Ruben's got AFK now, is he? Oh no, he's just very slow. Yep.
Matt trying to score into his own net. Invert saying enough of that. However, open goal now for Jamsey. Does not pull a Sushi like Ruben. Does score. And, well, unless they're going to score a goal every second on the kickoff, which would be very impressive, unless Team Jamsey just all disconnect and let them shoot towards the net. In fact, to be fair, even if they all shot straight towards the net from kickoff, I think they'd still have trouble scoring 5 and 6. And with...
Yeah, I think like to score off kickoff, like definitely like that. So yeah, GG's all around. Team Jamsey definitely have some momentum going into the grand finals, where they take Naru sub Naru by this IA being one of the players BCS College Finals.
Robot sushi, best sushi.
Yeah. Apologies, it's my uni wife. You know, it's
He's doing
horrible.
his best, and that's enough.
Yes, I did have a quick PC restart. We got onto the Smash. See,
It
that
was
hasn't changed.
working fine for the first half of the series, but it started to get a little bit worse, and now, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not in the best situations. But to summarise what my robotic friend just said, Team Jamsey taking down Ruben in a 4-2 situation, move forward to tackle on the Goliaths themselves, Team Naruzu, with teammates Vilas and Ihane. So we can go for another short break. We'll be back in a short bit, and that game, the grand finals of Faultline, will be coming up very shortly.
If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the HSR Twitch channel for the Fault Line tournament. Coming up very shortly will be the grand finals of the tournament between Team Naruzu, the winner of the reseeding match and so far undefeated, versus Team Jamsey, who we've seen so far today drag themselves through the quarterfinals against Team Turner, the semi-finals against Ruben, and now face the Goliaths themselves of Naruzu, Violus, and Ihane. They've had a very decent run so far, Sushi. Some games maybe a little bit impressive, non-impressive. I was going to un-something, unconvincing. That's the one.
That's
And a few where they have absolutely dominated. So, do you think if they play at the level we know they can, and bring their A game against Team Naruzu, do you think they can beat the undefeated champions so far?
What I'm gonna answer to that is in the past two series, I think Jamie's been the best player on the pitch, undoubtedly. Coming against Naruzu's team, I think he's gonna be outdominated by Vilas. I think it's still gonna be very close, but the battle between them is gonna be very, very intense. So I'm gonna give it to Naruto 4-2 or 4-3.
Oh god, another game 6 or game 7. We're going to be here for a while, you think?
I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
I don't for a while, but I mean, I will happily because it's a very fun. All these games have been close. It's nice to see how in the fault, like the captain's thing, the teams have been close and even. It's nice to see the top 2, second, third, and fourth are extremely close with only 1 or 2 games in it. But yeah, I'm sticking with my and saying that Team Naruto will take in at least 6 games.
well, to be safe, I'm just going to say that my prediction is we're going to have an absolute banger of a series as the players are now taken to the field. Ladies and gentlemen, your finalists for Fault Line. Team Naruzu, Team Jamzi, underway for game 1. Dominant kickoff for Naruzu as Jamzi doesn't find the hit he's maybe looking for. Ihane can't find the shot he was looking for either, but Violus stomping the pinch back into the box. Jamzi gets the clear, keeping it dangerous as Ihane. Dolphins doesn't find the clear, which is maybe a blessing in disguise as Oscar can take control of it. Dolphins snags the boost, gets a 5-2 from Naruzu, bouncing into the corner, demo into the keeper. Open goal for Jamzi! And well, isn't that a bit of a surprise for people that were thinking that the Goliaths of Fault Line were going to stomp away with things? Beautiful
Once
demo
again.
on the keeper and a tuck in from Jamzi to steal away the lead in game 1 here.
I've been saying it all evening, you know, Team Jamzi, they seem to attack right as the game starts. They give no time to warm up into it. They have already been in. They have already warmed up. They've had to play 2 best-of-7s. They've had to play 13 games of Rocket League so far. They want to get this done over and quickly so that they don't have to play as much. But I kind of want to see them work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. The better series we can cast, the better. But of course, they are probably looking to get this over and done with, as you said. Much like the players themselves, I am getting perhaps a little bit hungry now that we're in the later
Same.
half of 8 o'clock. So, I mean, game 7 all you want, but boy oh boy, as soon as this game ends, am I going to be nomming on to dinner. However, less about my appetite, more about the game. Hit off the backboard from Naruzu, cannot find Violus in the middle. Ihane backing off as a shot from Jamzi will land in his own corner. Naruzu will take it up the wall. Will not find a booming clear off of it as the ball was bouncing a little bit hard. Oscar will let the ball go for Dolphins, who will clear it. Bounce it off the sidewall, away from Violus. Ihane popping it mid. Violus jumps up for it. Doesn't have enough boost to fall on himself, but Dolphins will jump off the backboard, hit at the side. Can't really find Jamzi. And the 50 will steer way clear of the upper right of the goal. Oscar popping it mid. Ihane gets demoed by Jamzi. Soft hit towards goal, easily saved by Naruzu. But again, that's showing that we've seen demos from, I believe, every player on Team Jamzi so far in every series. So they're all in that mentality of it's not just a one show. We're not all just simple players looking for goals. We're a team. We're looking for demos, looking for passes, looking for the win here against the dominant side of Team Naruzu. But Oscar, hitting the ball to the side, finds Violus. Jamzi carrying it around, finds Naruzu in his own corner. Oscar playing it to the side. Ihane gets a soft touch on it, but Oscar finds a second. Violus will jump up for it. Keeps it in the corner. Has some time to work with. Gets a soft hit, but not enough to keep it away from Jamzi and Dolphins. A little bit of a double commit, but they come away for now. Jamzi sneaking it into the top right! I thought a keeper had that. What happened there, Sushi?
Havoc, that's what I'm going to say. Like,
Fair enough.
I think Naruzu expected Dolphins to get that touch off of the bump of between him and his teammate Jamzi, and didn't, which caught Naruzu off guard and caused his push towards the ball challenge towards Jamzi's shot a little bit late, and Jamzi sneakily put the shot and are now 2 goals up, again repeating what they've done in the previous 2 series. Oh, this just feels like it's gonna, same thing's gonna happen again, isn't it?
I mean, as always, Team Jamzi with a dominant performance in the first game. It's a matter of if they can keep following it through in games 2 and 4, as we've seen. Good pop over the last man, but Naruzu is there to clean up the pieces from Jamzi's hit. Oscar jumping off the sidewall, doesn't have enough boost to get away from Violus. Hit forward by Ihane. Dolphins letting the ball go up the sidewall. Will actually leave it for Jamzi, who misses, but Dolphins is there to get it. Jamzi following up the ball, which is actually very useful for them, as it means that Dolphins has control. Plays it mid, Oscar hits it up. It's uncomfortable for Ihane, bumped by Oscar as well, but the ball Ihane backing off of it to let Vilas hit that one away, or Naruza should I say. Vilas now on the backboard. As the ball bounced once, and that means that Oscar can come steaming in. Dolphins already up! Pinch clear by Naruzu. Jamsey and Oscar both taking it away from themselves. Dolphins will keep it at the side so both players can retreat and get some boost. As now the possession once again falls to Team Naruzu, but not much Vilas can do with Jamsey steaming in as Naruzu picks up the ball. Gets demoed by Oscar. Play forward by Dolphins, and now 2 goals down, 1 minute left on the clock. Jamsey can't find the hit away from Vilas. Oscar doesn't find the shot either. And this could be a potential counter-attack for the team in green. Dolphins gets a hit off the corner. Oscar's missed in this by Jamsey. Oscar, he's had a bit of a mare. He's had such a good game so far, but that one critical defensive mistake. And suddenly things look possible for Team Naruzu here.
Oh no. I think he may have just dodged into that, but instead he double jumped, faked out Jamsey, and the ball just trottles past them, giving them just 50 seconds to score another goal. As you can see, they're already on the attack, past the backboard. Naruzu ties the game in literally 15 seconds.
And that's all you need. Dolphins doesn't find the save. Ihane potentially disturbing Jamsey a little bit, and the sideways shot to the other side of the goal, undefended by the Forth Valley Gaming captain, will strike true and equalise in game 1 here. So, Team Jamsey not following the timeline of having a dominant game 1 as they previously have done in series 1 and 2. This game is already starting off very close as Naruzu popping the ball across goal. Dolphins getting a hit away for good measure. Jamsey can only meet Vilas in the midfield. Ihane now on it. Never mind, Naruzu takes off of him. Potentially a better hit for the non-captain player of the green side, but life goes on. Jamsey hits it down to the bottom. Dolphins can't find it. What was a crucial attempt there for Team Jamsey.
Oh.
Now Oscar, last man back, hits into the ceiling. Dolphins,
Wait, no one there.
There's no keeper! And
Where's
Team
the defense?
Jamsey have stolen game 1.
Where's the defense?
They're all in the midfield, Sushi. What are they doing?
What are you doing?
Naruzu team, what are you doing?
For
Shout out
those
to
of you
that
who don't
callback.
know.
Absolutely no one gets that call back, and we'll just leave it there. However,
Yep.
1 second, or 0 seconds on the clock, ball still alive. Chance of hitting it deep. Vilas though on it, lingering in the corner. We'll try and get a pass mid. The ball's going deep, and Naruzu has to keep something on it. Ball now lingering on the sidewall, demoed by Oscar Meister, and the game will fall the way of Team Jamsey.
We've seen like coming team. Unfortunate, all players were not in the half field for that last goal, and just like what happened there? Huh? Okay, Team Naruto definitely come back to this.
I mean, absolutely. We're expecting a dominant, immediate performance from Team Jamsey compared to the last 2 series, but Team Naruzu held on. They went, what, 2 goals down, and then still almost managed to get back into the swing of things, but just every player in the midfield. You had one on the right mid boost, one in the midfield, and then one in between them, just kind of making a nice little, like, I don't know, flying V formation, not the defense angle. So, I mean, Team Jamsey coming away with the early win. Now going to be looking into game 2, are both teams, and Naruzu, obviously not used to losing as his previous games have gone, now on the weak foot, going to be looking to jump back into things in Urban Central, as I believe the players are currently waiting on maybe a go-ahead. They are.
Yep.
And then, that's the first time that's happened. They usually just jump in ready to go, so I had to give them a little bit of a nudge and a go-ahead, but now we do have Ihane and Jamsey on the kickoff. Have to see how this one goes. Still in the midfield, Naruzu getting out by Oscar. Vilas dribbling the ball though, cuts it well, pops it mid. Naruzu shot on goal, and well, I mean, we've had a decent few team plays in the tournament, but that's an amazing one. Vilas with the cut, pop Naruzu. Dolphins trying to get his dominance to it, but just can't. And well, after Team Jamsey always being the one to take the initiative, Team Naruzu jumping into game 2 here with the lead.
Oh, Haley scores one within the first 10 seconds of the match. Ball clears down the Fisker, hits the backboard. Violence seeking the gap in the. Seeking the gap. Oh! What on earth happened there?
Very much a close one there, but away from the goal it shall be, and now pressure as Jamsey pops into the midfield. Ihane coming off to deal with it. Dolphins gets a demo onto Naruzu. Ball lingering in the midfield. Oscar gets it by Vilas, but it was popped right. I believe that one of the players for Team Jamsey was there. It was Dolphins, but Naruzu finds the hit. Ihane slow popping it. Jamsey will have it, but it's a good 50 from Ihane. Picks with a boost as well. Bounces back in the midfield. Naruzu keeps it away from Dolphins. Vilas onto the backboard. No! I thought he really almost got that, and I was about to lose my mind, but sadly Vilas does not come away with the ludicrous backboard hit. Ihane passes it, but falls to the hands of Dolphins, who can't manage to find the goal though. Ihane off his backboard will play it into the side wall. Vilas once more popping up. Oscar up early to get it. Play it to Vilas, who's sideways. Ihane keeps it away from Jamsey. Plays it off the corner. Naruzu in the middle. He's up.
The shot.
Off the post, and it's in from Vilas. It was going in slowly from Naruzu's hit. Potentially a save coming in for one of Team Jamsey's members. Maybe Dolphins could have somehow gotten the end of that, but it was close anyway. But Vilas there to stomp it in. And well, Team Jamsey had a 2-goal lead, and Naruzu managed to come back. Can Team Jamsey do the same?
Yeah, it's very exciting to see. Like, oh no.
I mean, Caster's blessing again.
Maybe
they can.
I literally can't even finish a sentence. I literally can't even finish a sentence. The Team Naruzu have just been 50'd into a goal. Like, literally. All of that was just 50-50s. Coming out from Team Jamsey. Halving the deficit, though. It's always good. Passing it, Oscar passing Naruzu, saved by Dolphins. Vilas hits the ball to the backboard. Naruzu up, but Jamsey beating better. So Naruzu on the ball, gets it. Oh, dunks Jamsey, but Oscar Mana booms it to Jamsey.
I saw Dolphins there lingering in the backboard.
Oh, that was Dolphins.
Oh, it might be Jamsey. I saw someone lingering in the backboard in a yellow strip, but couldn't quite catch the name. It looked somewhat Dominus-esque, but my eyes might have lied to me.
Oh no! Oh
no! No! Oscar, no! Decent net from Vilas, to be fair, but oh, Oscar really needs to be catching on the end of that, and sadly doesn't. 4 goals before half the time is gone, so 2 goals for Jamsey's team is extremely doable. However, the 2-goal deficit compared to the 1 is heartbreaking, especially for Oscar. I've said before, he's been having so many fantastic games, bump plays, passes, goals himself, but there's always a few critical moments where he just lacks in the defense sometimes, and that was unfortunately one of them. Ihane now bring the ball forward to Dolphins, who managed to pick up the boost. Ihane goes for the shot, but Dolphins had it well covered. We'll jump up onto it, fakes it. Oscar, there's no way that's in. Oh, Vilas is there to respond. I thought after Naruzu's mess it was going. Ihane pops it into the ceiling, going right, continues onto it. Vilas actually taking it off him, but ends up in a decent pass. Naruzu's in the midfield. It's a soft touch. Jamsey's up for it. Beautiful save, but the pressure's still on. Vilas is up, and it's finally out. Naruzu has enough time to control the ball, but only as far as Oscar Meisler, who I believe was waiting on the boost, so don't know how much he has, as Vilas popping it to the right side. Well, try and land back onto the sidewall, but won't be able to do so. Jamsey controls the ball. Ihane bumps onto Oscar. Dolphins and Jamsey trying to get a bit of a 2v3 going with the 3 defenders. Demo to Vilas. Oscar pops it mid, but Naruzu holds his dodge and able to get it. Dolphins pass it mid though for Jamsey to Oscar. And it's a slow sideways shot away from goal, which could actually be beneficial to them here as Dolphins gets the pass. Jamsey is soft towards goal, but Naruzu is there in time. Dolphins,
another pass.
Lingering aerial. I think the bump from Naruzu there actually ruining his pass, speeding up to just go sideways. And 1 minute left on the clock for 2 goals. Could have been 3 there for Naruzu as his shot hits the crossbar. Jamsey to Dolphins, trying to get it over to Oscar. The help from Ihan, it'll go backwards, potentially to Jamsey. Ihan though on the ball, delayed dodge, can't get it by the keepers. And Naruzu will pick up the ball. 1 minute left, or 40 seconds left on the clock even, for
Oh,
Violence
what a
to just
fake.
potentially dribble it in. It's away off the post, it's close. But time is running out for Team Jamsey, and that
Oh,
miss from
no.
Dolphins is crucial.
Ian with a shot. Vidus takes off Ian. Oh, fakes it for Ian, and nothing has come off that. 20 seconds left. They need Team Jamsey need to score now to give them the best chances of scoring to win the game actually. But Team Naruzu seem to be just pressuring them. Vidus baits out the defenders or the attackers, and they've secured game 2. If this is, I swear to God, if this is gonna be like another be for, I don't even know.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one. Once again, the splitting points between Naruzu's team. I hear about 150, Naruzu 380, Violus 700. So quite the carry performance from him, as we always expected of the IEL performer sneak pick that Naruzu managed to get his hands on. Now, once again, Jamsey's team, obviously Oscar with the few unfortunate defensive errors that led to some opportune moments for Team Naruzu. However, we've seen before that obviously he can perform. Jamsey stepped up again once with his assist, Dolphins being a solid back player, but we've seen before that Dolphins can style on opponents in the Dominus and just absolutely carry the game himself. However, Violus is just here carrying the game by himself anyway, so the game 1 performance for Team Jamsey was very good, shows that they're here to take a game away from Naruzu. But it's always game 2 where they seem to just switch off and allow the opponents to get back into the swing of things. So coming into game 3 here now into somewhat of a best of 5 situation, it's up to Jamsey and his friends to battle out against the dominant team of Naruzu, Violus and Ihan to take away the situation in game 3 here.
Yeah, and if you see Jamsey versus Vidus, in my opinion, the 2 star players on the ball. Dolphins with a shot, and Naruzu with a brilliant save. Clears it downfield. Oscar tries to 50 Naruzu, gets it past him. Vidus gets it past both defenders. Dolphins dribbling it, gets it past Vidus. Vidus gets the intercept. Jamsey on 0 boost, can't do anything but take a shot. Oscar up. Oh,
Jesus.
Bit of ping pong there, but Vidus managed to keep it safe. Dolphins just giving no respect to his teammate, just absolutely dunked on him. Not to mention if the viewers did not know, obviously. Teammates.
Jamsey! Okay, there he is. There's the Jamsey we know. Not teammate yet, by the way. He will be attending, I believe, Leeds College next season and will be performing in the BEC with Dolphins as the captain. So that'll be an exciting team to look out for. However, for here and now, Leeds are nowhere to be found in that play. It was all Wyke and Forth Valley as Jamsey and Oscar teaming up together with a huge play from Jamsey and Oscar there on the finale to get it in. However, pressure immediately mounting for Team Naruzu. Balling on the backboard. Jamsey gets the pinch away from, I believe that was Naruzu. Ball into middle for Oscar, can't get the angle on it. And the demo to Jamsey could potentially cause some issues. However, Violus controlling the ball. Oscar with the 50. Off the sidewall. I think Jamsey was potentially reading a hit from Violus, but he didn't get it. Oscar with the bump onto Violus, and that could have been crucial. I think there was a very good pass there come from Naruzu to Violus. But
Brilliant
never mind. Can't bump him when he's 70 feet in the air and sniping into the goal. Ihan with a beautiful pass mid. Dolphins can't get on the end of it. And Violus there to dunk it in and equalize this game 3.
Yeah, brilliant pass from Ian. Just keeping it high, but getting it past the backboard defender that was Dolphins, and Vidus perfectly executed. Shot was perfectly executed. Score is tied 1-1. With 3.5 minutes to go, Naruzu passes to Vidus. Can he get another goal similar?
Got it again!
And he has! Vidus is insane. What a shot. What an angle.
I mean, we're expecting to do well, obviously, because he's a high-rated player, but I mean, oof. That's 2 back-to-back underneath aerial goals to steal away the lead from Team Jamsi's. Oscar comes steaming into Demo Ihin. Violus once more off the ceiling. No, I thought that was going to go off the... Oh, there's still a chance! Huge bump on the Ihin from Jamsi, whether he meant it or not. I thought Violus was going to slam that into the ceiling, get it in. Is that sneaking bottom left for Naruzu? It's not, and Dolphins gets it back to the left. Oscar steals the boost, hits it forward. Jam's in a bit of a 1v1 with Naruzu, but can't get onto the ball before the captain of the green striped team can. Violus hits it mid, but Ihin is backing out. So Oscar, Dolphins, Jamsy have a little bit of breathing time to get boost, get position. Violus taking it off Naruzu, will pop it into the opposite corner. Ball bouncing off the sidewall. Violus plays it back to Ihin. Ball now lingering in the mid. Naruzu will hit it towards goal. Oscar for mid clear. Can he get onto the end of it before Violus? No. Jamsy hitting it forward. Ihin pops it mid, but that could be very crucial as Dolphins couldn't quite get on the end of it. Wasn't expecting the pass from Ihin, I don't believe. Violus taken away from Oscar. Pop mid, but Dolphins is backing out, probably due to a lack of boost after the previous one he just got. Will be coming off the sidewall now. Hit to the side by Violus. Gets hit a little bit by Oscar as the attempted musty hit forward comes. Ihin drops it low. Oscar continues it. Either Oscar or Jamsy could take this. It will be Oscar, but it has no boost though, so maybe a little bit unfortunate as Jamsy will now play it into his own corner. Try and get round on it, can't do. Ihin. I mean, there was just no one contesting Naruzu, I guess.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, just Naruzu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dolphins pre went on the backboard for, I think, Ihin's hit, but obviously he was kind of sideways and just kind of drifting along with the ball. And I think Oscar was just coming back from getting boost, so neither player in the correct position to deal with that shot from Naruzu. And once again, they're taking the lead away from Team Jamsy here and could potentially be quite the game changer in the series so far.
Yeah, definitely. We haven't seen anything like this since game one, where the team that wasn't playing Jamsy takes the next two games. But it would be very nice to see a change of pace, as you know, then Jamsy's team do something else.
That was
Try and
very
make
close.
a score. Ihin hits it down in the waterfall area, but Dolphins reads it very efficiently. Big booming clear from Jamsy too. Oh!
Oh! I mean, the pass from Dolphins was good enough. I believe he was going for a shot. But the pop from Violus, he definitely didn't mean it. Ihin had it all handled. But the pop-up takes it away from the third man, and Jamsy had to slam it in. 66 seconds left on the clock for Team Jams to get back into this, and from what we've seen in the previous series, that is very much possible as Oscar once again going for a demo on the potential MVP performer for Team Naruzu, as Dolphins can't manage to get onto the end of Violus' 50. Jamsy continue the ball off the corner. Gets a bit of a pinch with Dolphins, and the ball is lingering. It's now off the backboard. Oscar's up. There's a big 50 from Violus though. Jamsy will have to clear it. Oscar jumping up the side, can't read it correctly. Potential was baited out, but Dolphins, he hits it wide! I don't think he was expecting, I think that was Violus to miss it in the corner. It just didn't have the position to get the open goal. Ihin now backing off as Oscar hits it forward. Violus is just enough there to get it, but Oscar will hit it once more. It's lingering across, Naruzu hits it down. Jamsy into the side ball, but taking it around with Ihin hot on his tail. Violus will smash it back into the corner from whence it came. Oscar, big 50. Dolphins fakes against Naruzu, goes up. It's a deep hit, but Violus is there. Slow plays it back into the corner. He's wasting time, and that's exactly what he needs to do in this situation. Jamsy, it's off the corner and down. And well, Team Naruzu take game number 3 here.
It was very very unexpected. I'm very glad Team Naruto 2 dubs in a row. They can take third. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, once again, in a similar fashion to their game 2 performance, Violus on 700 points, Naruzu 400, Ihin 200. So once again, the standout player being Violus as expected. But I mean, it was a very good performance between Jamsy, Dolphins, and Oscar. Sadly, one of the goals potentially coming from a bit of an error from Violus. So I'm not sure how much we can count it as more of a 3-1, I suppose. But definitely have the potential of coming back into this game, but it's definitely a mountain to climb. There's a reason, I assume, why Team Naruto haven't lost a series yet. And they'll be fighting to keep that record now as we come to Neo Tokyo for game number 4.
Yeah, Iron versus Oxmeister on kickoff goes in favor of Team Naruto. Team Naruto nearly getting Virus up, trying to get the double touch, but unable to get it. Naruto tries to pass it back to Virus. Virus passing it mid to Naruto, just goes above him. Iron third man. Oscar Meister 1v1 gets the demo, as he's most famously known for. Jamsy hit it past. So close. Oh no, that's another double crossbar. They've been hitting the crossbar so many times this day. And oh, what
Huge
a
flying
save!
save!
What a save coming out from
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant plays. It's absolutely madness that no one has scored yet,
Good lord.
and
Also,
it's only been less than a minute.
I was going to say, it's been a very active first minute on Neo Tokyo here as Dolphins now having a bit of a 1v1 with Vilas. That's a pop up. Oscar's taking the back right boost, so it's all Ihane for now. He's coming forward. It's a big boom and clear. If Kim News will get on the end of it, he can. Just about. Jamsy shadowing Vilas and then getting bumped by Naruto for his trouble. Oscar coming in from the side. It's a pop back mid. Ihane not able to catch it. Will bring it onto the side wall. Jamsy drifting around his own boost. Got plenty of those, so. Oh, Naruto and Ihane for a little bit of a pinch. I don't think that was meant though, as maybe they were going for a soft pinch to Vilas in the midfield, but it goes over him because of the power. Now Oscar taking the ball to the side. Well, Vilas is already jumping up for it though. It should fall back down to Jamsy, but oh no, it's just slightly over him. Bounce off the corner from Dolphins' 50, but coming away with it for now is Naruto shadowing Jamsy. Hit off the corner. Will keep it away from Dolphins for now, but not before he can get his hands on a 50. Vilas bouncing off the corner. The Dolphins keeping it away, into the mid, and Oscar just not positioned well enough for it. Now Jamsy turning onto the ball from Naruto. Would be an easy clear from Oscar. Lands 2 Dolphins. Sadly can't get the end air dribble result he was probably looking for. Ihane popping onto the backboard, but has no boost to follow onto it. Ball now in the corner. Naruto keeping the pressure alive, bouncing back down. Dolphins. Naruto helping out the clear actually, but actually lands the Vilas of all people, so very fortunate in that regard. And another pinch to keep it away. For a game that has so much offensive play, the fact that it's still 0-0 is extremely surprising to me, Sushi.
Yeah, I think there's only been one recorded extra shot since the first minute of the game, but the pressure and the ball touches to keep the pressure definitely make this game exciting, despite it being in 0-0 series. Especially whenever you see Vilas versus Jamsy on the ball, it's always amazing. Ihane going for a flip reset, gets it past. Naruto tries to follow up through. Jamsy there to clear the ball. Vilas predicting Jamsy's hit as he just pops the ball with his back, and Dolphins.
Easy dribble goal there for Vilas. I think Dolphins, had potential. It's just, yeah, I think after the first hit from Vilas, had potential to come just steaming in and clear it, but backs out, goes to the shadow, and it's tucked bottom right by Vilas. And not a huge defensive error from Dolphins, but maybe not feeling great about that one, as the kickoff will start things anew with 1 goal in favour of Naruto and his team. Ball into this high ceiling. Dolphins trying to find Jamsy on the side. He does, but it's a soft hit on goal, but it's a terrible save! But Vilas gets it again!
Brilliant. What a save from Vilas there.
I mean, great save by Vilas, but I feel like Dolphins needs to go for such a better shot there, for such a phenomenal player that we've been seeing all tournament.
It was definitely a very
terrible shot.
I mean, no shot at Vilas. That was a very good save. It's just the shot could have been miles better. As in, I was expecting it to be bang, just in the goal. No job. Oh, Vilas maybe not expecting Oscar Meister to miss, so he didn't get the best touch on target. But Jamsy clears the ball straight to Vilas, shoots it on target. Oscar gets a ghost hit, and that's 2-0.
Team Naruto running away with things here, as I think Jamsy was not quite able to get the hit he was looking for, maybe to Dolphins in the mid, and Oscar just 2 millimeters maybe away from getting that ball, and it will end up in the back of his net. However, scrub that out of your memory. Good hit to get it away from Naruto. Jamsey keeping it up in the sidewall. Dolphins is on it, linking around the backboard. Ihane leaves it for Naruzu. Oscar, no boost. Hits it towards the ceiling, hits it towards the box. Dolphins can't find the touch on it. Again, millimeters away for Team Jamsey for 1 getting a save and 2 getting a goal. But millimeters is what matters in Rocket League, and good passes midfield can also matter from Team Naruzu. However, ball running away from now. Dolphins gets a demo onto Vilas. A decent few demos onto that player in the greens for...
Oh. I was hoping for Naruzu to get a quick reset there, but...
Ihane.
Ihane? Oh. That would have been so epic to see him fake out the 2 star players, I think, in defense. Naruzu tries to get a demo on Jamsey, unfazed by Naruzu's attempt, and as he just clears the ball. Ihane take it on. And I think, obviously, game 3 goes to Team.
I mean, it's game 4 actually. It's the third game for the team. So yes, we had Jamsey won the first one. Naruzu came away with 2, and that's now coming away with 3. With, I mean, previously it was standout performance from Vilas, Naruzu kind of coming up behind them, but that game it was Naruzu and Ihane both on similar points, and Vilas just on 500. Jamsey and Dolphins on about equal points, and Oscar taking up the rear. Again, just we've seen games where Oscar can pop off. We've seen games where Dolphins can pop off. Jamsey is usually just an absolute mad lad on the field, but said at the start, said it many times, all 6 players on this field need to be playing actively if they want to be a part of it, and it's just been a quiet game from Team Jamsey. I mean, we've seen games where they've all popped off, we've seen games where they've all worked together, and this game it was kind of just a bit of a smables, as we always say, but the first minute seemed very solid for both teams, but since then it's just kind of all the Naruzu show, and now we're on match point, and Jamsey's team need 3 straight wins to take it away from Naruzu. And I mean, Naruzu's team are a dominant force to be reckoned with in their own right, but Jamsey, Dolphins, Oscar, they can't be losing hope. 3 wins in a row. It's doable. Hard, but doable. And now on Wasteland, sparks flying, flames roaring, sand particularly getting in your eyes and your toes. This is where heroes are born.
We're going to see a lot of demos coming out from Team Jamsey's field. All goals or saves! What? What a say? Oh, there's a rule 1 in the net. Oscar versus Ihane. The game has now gone momentarily for a 2v2. Vilas takes on Jamsey. Naruzu tries to demo. It's so weird. I haven't casted a 2v2 in ages. Vilas goes for ceiling shot, gets it past, gets a touch. Both players commit. Naruzu misses the ball. I really want to know if the ball comes towards the
they are still
net.
on a. They're not they're in the net currently, still in a real 1. So I believe this is just a full 2v2. As Jamsey having a shadow against 2 players, gets the save away from Vilas. Oscar and Ihane still over there. Pass mid to Dolphins, can't quite get on the end of it. Naruzu will go up. Misses the ball though, Dolphins.
Wait,
playing
what?
it mid. Oh, the thing is, did Vilas pop them out of it? He better not have. I'm going to have to save the replay and go back at it. I might have to just disqualify Vilas from the tournament if he just broke the rule 1 between Ihane and Oscar. However, I believe, are they trying to get back into rule 1? I think they were. Oh, the ball lingering above the crossbar. Oscar needs to rush back from the hit from Naruzu. Does he have time? He does.
Yes.
Oh, bad juju, bad karma on Naruzu's team for breaking the rule 1. However, we're now back into schedule programming. It is a 3v3. Jamsey trying to pop that near post for Oscar, but can't do so as Vilas fakes the save. Oh, the bob from Jamsey on Vilas potentially causing havoc for Dolphins as now Oscar misses the hit with Naruzu as well. It's all kind of becoming a bit shaky right now for Team Jamsey. However, Oscar...
It's all a havoc.
Ball bouncing off to the backboard.
Oh.
Dolphins can't get on the end of it. Play it sideways to Ihane.
I feel like he stole the ball off of Oscar Meister there.
Potentially, but Dolphins can't get the hit away from Violet. That's like, there's been a fair few times Dolphins have been going for that, but it's been saved away every time. So, unfortunately, not seeing the Mad Lad Gift Your Game backboard redirect goal from Dolphins. However, if they want to play their heart out, they do have 3 more games to do so. Oscar slam it into the ceiling. Big hit from Vilas though. will be taken by Dolphins. Ihane going for demos on either of the two defenders there for Team Jamsey, defending neither. Ball falling top of Violus. Dolphins going for a bit of a hassle play. Ball flicked for by Ihane. It is wide for now, but Dolphins let it to the side.
Yeah, that was an interesting play from the defense there. I mean, it works, but for how long as Violus is now in control of the ball? Violus again on the ball. Oscar Meister gets a decent hit over the Dolphins, tries to predict the sidewall, gets it past Ihane, see if he can get it past Naruzu,
Whoa.
fakes out Naruzu. I see Oscar Meister going for the demo. Oh, Naruzu gets the touch to clear the ball. What a save from Naruzu, despite it not being recorded properly as as a shot on goal save, as he just saved his team from basically conceding there.
Yeah, it wasn't a shot on goal that he decided to smack away, but it did come from behind to deny
Yes.
the pass from Dolphins. And you know what? From a very dominant past 2 games for Naruzu's team, we are now 1 minute 30 and it's very close and it could potentially be over. Here as Violus gets the top right shot. I've absolutely cast this across Team Jamsey and I can only eternally apologise. But that is a huge backboard hit for Naruzu. Oscar doing his best to try and read it, but Violus had the option of the entire goal despite where Oscar was. And it is 1 goal in the favour of Team Naruzu. 1 minute 25 on the clock for Team Jamsey to try and get back into this. But it is a mountain to climb to try and drag themselves back into equal pegging. Never mind take the win away.
No, it's a shot.
That's a second for Naruzu. Where was the defense for Team Jamsey? Oh, it's all falling apart here, and it might be curtains. Oh,
No one in
just
net.
had absolutely no boost. Dolphins, I think, was in the back left, and Oscar, I think, going for right mid. And yeah, nobody in the net. So 1 goal with just over a minute. Now 2.
Yeah, it's
Things
looking
looking
kind
dire.
of shaky. Yeah, things are looking quite shaky for Team Jamsey as they haven't had this much they haven't had a team being too dominant over them today at all, and just seeing a team just absolutely shut out Team Jamsey's plays. Violus just taking it on his own hands, and as he just dribbles Team Jamsey.
Does indeed, and
Uh,
1
could've gone
goal
the-
with more than a minute. Hard. 2 goals more than a minute. Very hard. 3 goals in 45 seconds. Not looking good, especially since Violus is once again booming the ball forward. Jamsey finds
Oh,
the
no.
Ruzu, and well,
That's a fourth.
I
Dolphins with a preemptive GG in the chat.
don't want to be a negative Nancy or anything, but that is looking rather solid for Team Naruzu, Ihane, and Violus
Yeah.
now. 37 seconds left on the clock for 4 goals, 1 every less than 10 seconds. And Naruzu could potentially be going for a 5th. Sadly, not for his team. However, pass mid from Jamsey, smacked away by Violus. Dolphins can't get the pinch, pass mid, Naruzu taking it sideways and up the wall just to even waste even more time, just to fully solidify that team win. Violus getting the ball away from Jamsey, 10 seconds left. And is looking
That's another
about
goal.
just over. Safe from Jamsey to keep it away from 5. And I think that may be one of the few shutouts that Team Jamsey has faced as Dolphins, keeping the ball alive, looking for that 1 goal to keep the shutout away. Naruzu smacks it down. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Naruzu, Violus, Ihane are your fault line tournament champions.
Yeah, there's been a repeat of one of the greatest matches actually. Team Naruzu also won 3-1, 4-1. Goes to show that Ramsey knew they had lost previously to the and tried their hardest. Team Naruzu show why they're the why they're in the grand finals in the first place, and finally secure the club.
Yes, it was a kind of a long time coming based on the previous results, but that is all she wrote for the Fault Line tournament. As now, after everything, let's have a bit of a rundown. I'm not sure if we have an updated playoff bracket yet.
Yeah, we do.
Do we currently?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, if we can switch over to that. Well, you're saying we do, so I'm hoping that that has been produced.
I the stream. Not, I'm not sure, but on my spreadsheet. Sorry.
Oh, your fantastic spreadsheet that the
Yeah.
stream can't see. Fantastic. Oh, Hazza, you wonderful man. Here
Yeah,
we
nice
are.
one.
There is the playoff bracket. So, of course, the games yesterday, topping their brackets were Naruzu and Ruben, respectively, meeting in the seeding match. Team Jamsey, second place for Group A. Team Turner, second place for Group B. Meeting each other in round 1 of the Gauntlet style tournament we had today. Team Jamsey 4-3ing Team Turner, 4-2ing Team Ruben, and 4-1 by Team Naruzu. So we had a Game 7, a Game 6, and a Game 5. That's quite neat. Might not be following the timeline as exactly as mentioned, but very much following the routine of that, only being broken by the fact that it was not Team Jamsey that won, it was Team Naruzu, but an absolute solid performance from all the teams we had in the tournament, all the players we had for signing up, and yeah, I don't know, I'll throw it to Sushi's final thoughts before I throw us away for a good night.
Yeah. This was a very fun to play, and I had fun playing Max and Biff. Or everyone playing with not or not. So I thank the captains, Nick, Turner, Tom, Jamsey, Ruben, Gibb, and Naru, as well as all of the players that got picked as well. Sorry, Pav.
Disrespect the man like that.
It's fine. We were I was very happy to see Mr. Ruben do a sushi. I was actually very pleased.
Yes.
Did we see any own goals today?
I don't think so. I think that's a you specialty.
Ah, yeah.
There was a fair few defensive errors, but none where I think they struck it straight into their own net.
Yeah, and that's fair. Yeah. So apart from that, well done to Team Naruzu for winning the Fault Line tournament. They also do win some epic HyperX peripherals, which I am led to believe is HyperX gaming mice, if I'm not mistaken. So they have had something won. Commiserations to Team Janzi. What a run! They were the quarterfinal team. They beat out the other second place in the group. Then they beat out the first place in the other group, and unfortunately got to the first place in Group A.
Yeah, an absolutely great run from them just to make it to the finals. And I mean, every series we saw in this tournament was absolutely amazing. I'm sure there was, looking at some of the background games that weren't on stream, there was a few 3-0s here and there and some 3-1s, but everything that we got to witness on stream was absolutely fantastic. And I think it goes to show that obviously there's a few more games getting streamed on your Newells, your NSEs and stuff, but the high school scene for Rocket League is definitely something to keep an eye on. So this is mostly what that tournament was about. It was about getting as many players as possible that want to sign up, getting the best of the best that we can get together, and throwing just all mishmash together, throwing chemistry out the window, just raw power and mechanics, and seeing who was the best. And in the end, it appears to be Team Naruzu, Viles, and Ihe, and I think there might be a special reason as to why that happened. However, I won't mention it. Viles and your 2100 MMR, whatever you are. No, not that. IEL player, but yes, as previously said, every series was great, every team was great, the production was great, the casting was great from Sushi and Ejam of previous. The sorting of the tournament was great in the form of both Haza, Sushi, and Sigmoid, so they all did their background work. I just showed up and spouted some words for a few hours and wrangled together what I could from players that I had to convince to sign up. Thank you to the chat once again for watching, and yeah, I think that just about rounds us up neatly on 9 o'clock. So thank you everyone once again for watching. This has been High School Rocketeers. That was Fault Line, and we'll catch you whenever we next catch you in the future. Bye everybody.
See ya.
to get off their darkest ground. But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see